the wind-swept dunes of the eternal night, Barodel of the fallen god of the sun, here in the ruins of the Obrademian Empire. Having departed from Tanasar, knowing that some large portion of the Barrow Guard had ventured into endless sand, being pursued by one Aligar Fang, you return, not knowing, Thaisha, where your son could be, but knowing that he had survived under his own power and was attempting to do something reckless and heroic. Perhaps something that he gets from... Perhaps the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
I'm stressed and proud.
Stressed and proud.
I'm stroud.
Awaking to endless starlight and freezing white sand, you come to after the evening in which Octus and Vaelus communed with the skull of Tertia Taconis. Leaving Tanasar, you gathered a tremendous amount of resources from the barracks. The last thing that you saw, you uncovered the tremendous arcane knowledge of what the ritual had been intended to do, and grabbed, I think, a trove of more martial, military, and political documents from the barracks, as well as some of the remains or looks like some signs of there having been a basilisk present here in this place for some amount of time. We return to the moment. Julien, Thaisha, you awaken. Dr. Talter, in tiny little bedroll, is shivering in the sand, and you see laid out on the ground in repose is the body of Dame Gaia Saramai. Octus and Vaelus both awake as you come to.
That was... Oh, hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ish.
Yeah. How are you doing?
We did a lot. We read a lot last night. Got a lot of, and among other things.
A new type of conversation. We spoke to Tertia. My cousin. Sorry. The thing.
Okay. You're good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's new. It's new for me.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I just woke up. That's
it
all
just,
me. Sorry.
Yeah.
The speak with dead.
Yeah.
She
good?
She seemed very sweet. And then a giant skeletal hand took her somewhere.
Oh.
Delightful.
Was it like the one that we saw attempting to take Asgard?
Yes.
Yes. It was just like it.
Gotcha. Okay. So obviously my family has put some precautions in place to keep anybody from talking.
Yeah.
But also we took so much. We got some time to go through some of the papers. From
all the stuff from the barracks?
From the barracks, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Gather your things. Tell us on the way.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Hold on. Dr. Talter's still asleep. She's not used to this.
Pick her up. Take her with us.
Okay.
Doctor!
Okay. Oh, don't knock on a person.
No, I'm a very light sleeper when, you know.
Hollow.
It's time to go? Sorry?
Yeah.
Gather your things.
Yeah. Do you want some help? And I'm gonna, help her.
She rolls up her bedroll, takes her little bag, and goes, I'm gathered.
Oh, all right.
I'm gathered.
What do we do with Saramai?
Let's put her back on the horse.
How do you want to?
You could see that we've wrapped a cloth around the head where most of the damage is visible, just to kind of preserve some sort of dignity. Yeah. And I'm gonna go over and lift her back onto the horse that she was on before we took her off, to give the horses some rest, and start bringing her back. I have put the head back in my bag.
Gotcha. Looking around as you guys break camp, do you review the documents from the barracks?
Yeah.
Something that I found a bit disturbing, Julien. There are forces that are hidden outside of the orchard. And there was writing that a sea door is closing. Possibly. Is this ringing any bells for you?
Does the sea door ring any bells?
No, sea door does not.
Yeah. And we're certain this is not some sort of misdirection.
We don't know, but the Golden Orchard was mentioned.
Oh, that was in when we were. You saw those. Those were communications between the Taconis. It would be weird if it was misdirecting
Their
private
Yeah.
conversation. But
Yeah, this was written by your dad.
Correct.
Is he there?
My father? No. Not that I believe it said. But it
I
was
could see.
communications to...
Given
Someone.
our current placement in the Eternal Night, my knowledge of these boundaries,
Yeah.
I've been from Castle Torch, and the location of the Golden Orchard, is the path through that region a very large divergence from the return to Dalmakyar?
If you were riding for the Golden Orchard at top speed, you would pass through Castle Torch. In other words, like the direction you were heading is the direction towards the orchard as well. Actually, Castle Torch is where you, if anything, you're taking a circuitous route to get back to Dalmakyar. Does that make sense? Like, you go to Castle Torch because the Tyria Via is a safer path through the desert. There's a straight shot, like, who knows, Aligar may have gone straight through the desert to Dalmakyar, but going straight through the desert is, as you suffered those attacks from shadows and other things, like, there are, like, going through the desert is not a wise proposition, so the Tyria Via ends up being a safer way to traverse,
Right.
if that makes sense. So, you would go to Castle Torch to get to the orchard the fastest, and you would go to Castle Torch just to get out of the endless night the safest.
I suppose, since we sent Aranessa to the orchard, if we stop at Castle Torch, see if there's been any sign of any sort of issues or incursion.
Or if she sent a message.
Well, I would request a hasteful pursuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, if you're trying to go with all speed, do you take time to review what you took from the barracks here?
I think so.
You find evidence of troop movements, things kept in ledgers. It's a little bit of detective work, but seeing where supplies are shipped tells you don't find like a war room with little pieces on it, but it's easy enough to go, you don't send wagons full of food to a place that doesn't have soldiers there, right? People were stationed at the orchard. And you see a lot of activity in a Timonish city called Houndsport. It looks like there are soldiers there that were moved quite recently.
is there a way to ascertain from the amount of like supplies being diverted there to figure out how many troops are supposed to be at the orchard?
A quite significant amount of troops at the orchard.
Okay.
You see something that you took from the basilisk room. There's some missives there about petrification and making the resistant, sort of like the anti-venom.
Right, I have 2 vials of it.
You see there's one thing that strikes you as odd there, which is a little line in a missive written by, a knight that works with your cousin's family named Aniko Saramai, that just says, "We learned this little trick at Obramus." Obramus, to you, would be the name of your family's manor in Dalmakyar. Okay. So we learned this little trick at Obramus. Unbelievably, Vaelus, you find amongst some of the supplies, you grabbed a bag of documents from the basilisk chamber. There's a small sprig of holly. Can you give me a nature check?
Yeah. Okay. 19.
Let's go.
This sprig of holly grows in the Mornvale. It grows like a plant much like this one grows right outside the gates of your abbey in the Mornvale. You have this holly like on the grounds of your temple.
Is something wrong?
No, This has grown outside of my temple. In the Mornvale.
Why would they have that?
I don't know.
Taking a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just passed it to Thaisha.
I'll let you hold on to
Okay.
it. Man, I want to do a check. Can I cast Speak with Plants?
Yeah.
Cool. I want to ask it if it's like the plants that grow outside of your abbey or the plant that grew outside your abbey.
Cool. Come on, German holly plant.
I love
This is
it.
from Castle Knippenblick.
I'm going to say that we have not talked about this, but there are some. I'd like a nature or religion check from you.
Never religion. Yeah. 23. Fuck.
You cast Speak with Plants and hear in the Barodel of Endless Night a little residual piece of Speak with Dead. This dead plant before you shudders and speaks. Great joy do I feel returned to the hand of a sister of Salandri.
Oh. Do you know the hand that holds you?
No, but I know the touch of those who mourn for the goddess that was.
And I think in that moment, I'm not taking the plant. I'm staring adamantly at it, but I think I'm holding your hand, holding the holly, and like giving you a live feed of what's being said. I think this is a plant. Sorry, one sec. This is from outside your abbey.
Why is this here?
Hey, little bud.
Honey.
Do you know who brought you here and for what purpose?
The wind blows and the holly brushes your thumb ever so slightly. And you see it says, I am not given to question where my mistress places me. You feel the spell, and as this dead thing can no longer communicate with you. But on that last brush, you feel it brushing your thumb and get a residual feeling of a spell that you've cast a lot. This holly has known the touch of the magic you've been casting on Aligar's earring quite a bit.
Okay. It's been used as a conduit for a locate object spell.
Wow.
Does that mean somebody...
Should we keep it with us then?
Yes. It's possibly someone planted that on somebody to then track them. Or... I don't know, they're using it to find something. I don't know. Why would that be used? Why would they use that specifically?
Could this have something to do with the Stone of Night song that they stole from your people?
Maybe, but the Aussie stole that.
The last thing you find amongst these documents, Alex, is a letter written to Segundus, your uncle, by your sisters.
Veteran Raya.
Petra and Raya. And if you'd be so kind.
Physical props!
Physical props!
Fuck yeah!
This, of the things you find here, the troop movements are the most significant, leading to the orchard and to that. This is one of the last things you pull out and find here.
Sound it out.
Okay. Uncle, we hope this letter finds you well, and that Castle Torch's garrison proves sufficient to handle this last-minute improvisation. We must make all haste to Dothraki, and from there we head north to board the Moray and see forthwith beyond the sea door. Loath though we are to admit it, we find ourselves condemned to some degree of confusion. To wit, Father will not listen to our entreaties, nor explain our sudden need for urgency. The failures in experimentation up to this point include some very dear sacrifices indeed, as you all are well aware. Are we certain we have isolated the possible risks? If Octus is indeed the appropriate choice, why can we not suffer the few days it would take to transport him from Dothraki to Thaisha? Are our forces truly so embedded within Telmora that they cannot be recalled stealthily and safely? We understand that Univray and Dorset, almost done with their harvesting, have now been reassigned to retrieve the stolen Chalcidian. Is the path itself not a more worthy target than the orchard? Having split our family's forces between two extremely significant rituals on either side of the reaches, it feels we are rushing both when there is no need to rush either, or at least no reason that has been explained to us. What is time-sensitive, however, is the opportunity we have once the Timonish king is dead. That political opportunity, though non-magical and therefore perhaps boring to Father, is our most urgent cause. With 2/3 of the council on our side, this represents the single greatest chance we have to lay low the Grey Tower, at which point we will no longer have to deceive the Barrow Guard into doing anything. Doubling our forces, access to the Barrowdells, answering the Kahad problem. Let us not make the mistakes of our great-grandfather and rely on magic to the exclusion of politics. Father will not listen to us. He may well listen to you, given your respect, given your recent demonstration of devotion. Please entreat him, if not to reconsider, then at least to explain why we are behaving so recklessly. Petra and Raya Taconis. Shit.
Huh, well.
My sisters always were smart.
How are you doing?
Fine. It's kind of nice to know that maybe not all my family agreed with it.
Yeah.
What are they doing at the sea door?
What is the sea door?
The second ritual?
I don't know.
Isn't the second ritual... Okay, sorry.
They cannot chance it closing, whatever it is.
Yeah. But there's... Was the split between the sea door and the orchard, or the orchard and Dothraki?
It was, from there we had north to more, forward to the sea door. Where are we here? They're concentrating on killing the Timonish king, having split our family's forces between two extremely rituals. The path. It's the other.
Yes.
Okay. So the orchard and the path are the targets.
The best I can tell. I mean, the gates to Ferry were closed because of a necromantic attack.
Is the path itself not more a worthy target than the orchard?
So they're not targeting the path.
They're not targeting
yet.
the path, they're targeting the orchard. What is the other?
That's not. Yeah, what's the other?
The other one was what they did.
Yeah.
We're moving.
Yes.
And from there, we venture elsewhere. In tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Nice.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Critical Role Announcement Playhouse. We have a new sponsor tonight, an exciting video game called Fading Echo. Sam, why don't you tell the people about it?
I sure will. Fading Echo is a fast-paced action-adventure game where you play as one, a young legend able to transform into a living sphere of water as she fights the paradox, a corruption tearing the world of Corel apart. You'll wield water as both movement and a weapon, manipulating your environment for combat, exploration, and 3D platforming. I know what some of these words mean. Flow through spaces in fluid form, traverse terrain, outmaneuver enemies, and solve challenges in dynamic system-driven battle encounters. To show you how the fluid mechanic works, I was gonna hold my breath and dunk my head in this fishbowl and do the rest of the ads submerged, but that sounds dangerous. Should I? How can I make this decision?
Ah, yes. Yes, do it. Press that beautiful puss of yours beneath the fluid. You'll definitely be able to hold your breath.
Wow. I believe you, Devil. I believe you, but I wonder if there's another opinion I should consider.
Please don't be a dumbass, Sam. The crew already hates you. You're gonna get water all over the place. And if you make them clean this up, they're gonna slash your tires. Again.
The Devil made a good point, but so did Marisha Ray. No fishbowl tonight. Because Marisha wins. Okay, during the break tonight, Fading Echo will debut a brand new trailer featuring all sorts of great characters, including the main antagonist, Matic, and we will reveal which one of the cast of Critical Role voices him. In fact, I want to play the trailer right now and spoil it early. But should I? What do you think, Devil?
Oh, geez. Yes, play it. Forget delayed gratification. NDAs are for losers. Just show it.
What about you, angelic Marisha Ray?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
What? Aren't you supposed to disagree about everything, you know?
I mean, we usually do, but it's not like mandatory.
Yeah, I mean, the devil and I actually have a lot in common. See, watch this. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Cherry Garcia. Oh, favorite reality show?
Oh,
Dance Moms.
What's your Myers-Briggs?
ENFP. Oh,
Oh my God, you know what, Devil? You're okay.
Oh.
Do you want to actually, I don't know, you want to get out of here? Go, grab some margies?
Whoa. Sure, but I'm keto.
Me too!
Well, I guess Fading Echo brings people together. And aside from the mystery reveal later, the game features several voiceover actors from the Critical Role community, like Samantha Bayard as One, the game's protagonist, Jasmine Bulaire as Rain, One's mother, Laura Bailey as Vellum, the mysterious AI guiding the players, Liam O'Brien as Cairn, and me, Sam Riegel, as Bob, the best character in the game. Join the adventure wishlist at bit.ly/CREcho. Follow Fading Echo on Steam, Epic Games Store, PlayStation Store, and Microsoft Store for Xbox, and connect to the official Fading Echo Discord to follow development and join the community. And don't forget to check out that new trailer during the break featuring all these amazing voice actors. You might even hear someone else here at the table if you watch the trailer during the break. Someone else. Matt, back to you.
Thank you so much, Sam. And our next sponsor tonight is Elderbrain. If you're looking for your next truly epic campaign, Spawns of the Mindrender is a massive 600-page sandbox adventure for Dungeons & Dragons 5e set in the brutal mountain realm of Vordan. You'll explore a vast land of warring clans, lost giant empires, and branching storylines that evolve based on your party's choices. As the influence of Shandar the Mindrender spreads, players must confront sanity-warping horrors, forbidden relics, and the terrifying truth behind a realm on the brink of collapse. Built for long-term play, this campaign is packed with unique monsters, locations, subclasses, and countless ways to shape your own legend. You can even become immortalized in the book as an NPC using your own likeness, which is crazy.
What?
The crowdfunding campaign is live now on BackerKit by going to sotm.elderbrain.com with early board rewards available for one more day only, including a Mimic Siege Engine dice tower. Big thanks to Elderbrain for sponsoring this episode. Ordy board! Hey Travis, you're up next, board!
Oh no, this is where I have to take over for Laura again. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have the best stuff in the Critical Role shops. Check out, she doesn't sound like that. Check out this super cool, this is the one. Aramon long sleeve team jersey shirt.
So much.
There's a little thing on the other side. It's so cool. I should read the rest of this. It's an oversized mineral wash long sleeve shirt with distressed seams, drop shoulders, and a relaxed sports jersey fit. The shirt features bright red puffy paint details across the chest, sleeve, and back with the United Faction symbol on the front. Aramon down the sleeve, and can you hear the falcons cry on the back?
Yeah.
It feels really good. It's like all textured and stuff. Plus an illustration of a blindfolded Thiazi Fang beneath the city of Dol Makyar by Hanna Friedrichs. And that's not all. We've got 3 new Heroes of Aramon faction tees.
Each teamsies.
These are so bitchin'.
That's my team.
The artist credits, the Schemer's art is by Maff, Seeker's art is by Kato Choi, and the Soldier's art is by Mermidia. You've got to head on over to the Critical Role shops to pick up one or all of these awesome shirts for your very own.
Falconer's Rebellion. That's for dummies. That's what I think. For all you Daggerheart players out there, the Daggerheart core set has come to the gorgeous and cinematic VTT Alchemy. Finally! Get the Alchemy Enhanced version and experience the game like never before with immersive motion overlays, ambient sounds, and original dynamic audio score for your games at home. Get it today at alchemyrpg.com/Daggerheart. And also, speaking of Daggerheart, we're almost at our 1-year milestone since the game came out. It's been almost a year.
That's 7 years in TTRPG years.
Yeah, it certainly feels like it. In honor of this anniversary, you are all invited to celebrate Daggerheart's birthday week with us, May 18th through the 25th. So look forward to a new free adventure to play at Darrington Press Guild stores. And we'll also be hosting a celebratory live stream with the team on May 20th with reveals of what's to come in the Hope and Fear expansion, as well as sneak peeks into what's next for Daggerheart and much, much more. Plus, critters coming to Atlanta for the Bells Hells Daggerheart live show can join a massive Daggerheart game day on May 25th at our Darrington Press Guild store, Level Up Games. It's going to be awesome. Cool. So please visit daggerheart.com/bday for all of the info of what's to come.
I didn't get Daggerheart a present for their birthday.
You have a little bit of time. Okay, jump in there real fast. I think you can do it. Actually, Taliesin, you got some announcements.
Weird Kids is back. You should watch or listen to brand new episodes. We're so good at this. Every Tuesday, only on Beacon.
We are so excited to share with you all new weird topics, anecdotes, and Friend joining us on our orange booth.
And Friend?
And Friend. Single Friend.
Just the one.
We made one. We made one, and you haven't met them yet.
Yeah, I'm keeping it singular for the moment. Because that's how it is. Oh my God! And, okay, wait, this is so cool.
Dream project.
Finally
realized.
Guys, we made a zine.
There's a zine. We have a zine.
So you can go check it out now at beacon.tv/WKZine. And
Andrew WKZ?
Andrew WKZ, yes. And it's awesome.
It's really cool.
It's so cute. Go see it. There's so many people that worked on it and put such love and weirdness into it, and
some stuff from your childhood.
There's some fun stuff.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, little
Easter eggs.
Little stuff.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so both. That's not a sentence. So both. Thank you guys so both. You both, so both.
This is not the weird kid frame. This is not the frame.
Aurora. Marisha, you're up.
Friendly reminder that there will be no new episode of Campaign 4 next week as we wrap up our schemer tables.
No, surely not. No.
Wait, what am I'm trying to do?
That got real weird.
I don't know.
I'm trying to do my nails.
I don't know. But I just started doing
what
this.
Are you doing now? That could explain. I think that explains a few things that are going on there.
One technique.
Stop digging. Just do this.
Smack it. Smack it.
Anyway. You can join us for the next tailgate live on May 19th at 7 p.m. Pacific, where we'll be spilling all the tea and deep dive into the schemers with myself, Luis Carazo, Liam O'Brien, and Taliesin Jaffe.
There was a whole thing that happened before this. It worked.
Taliesin Jaffe.
Do not spend too much time under the Taliesin lights. You will get messed.
Those horns cut off your circulation real bad, which is why I gave them to you.
We gotta finish this! Go! We're almost there!
Okay, we will be back with the full table, actually, on May 21st as our fated conspirators converge in the far-flung adventures of Ahriman reunite. You can find everything you need and more to catch up, dive deeper, or get a quick refresher at critroll.com/campaign4.
Awesome. Thank you, Marisha. Liam, you're up next. There's so many.
There's the last even more. We are celebrating the second anniversary also of Beacon, the Beaks, this week's. It has truly been so lovely to have a dedicated community space with all of you lovely critters, and you guessed it, we're just getting started. Look forward to a dedicated Beacon discount day on our Critical Role shops and a new fireside chat with me and Sam Rage next Tuesday, May 12th at 7 p.m. Pacific. Go to beacon.tv/state of the app for all of the Beacon Bit benefits you can expect in 2026.
Thank you so much.
2 years is like 40 years in SVOD years. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, friends, thank you for your patience as we've made our way through what is its own episode within an episode of these opening announcements.
It's just friend.
It is just friend. Thank you, one friend watching this. With that, let's go ahead and jump into our night's adventures in Ahriman.
Wow.
Gus, folks, welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role here at the Arcanaut. Our schemy schemers have been scheming away, and the fomenting seeds of insurrection, sedition, and dare I say rebellion bubble under the fomenting. God, I love to foment.
So good.
I love a good fomenting.
I just fomented. I'm ready to foment again in 3 to 5 minutes.
Soldiers released from Revolutionary Guard and sundered houses alike find themselves directed to warehouses of hand and wheel ceramic merchants, finding food and some small amount of pay to keep the fires lit inside. A symbol, a passphrase. Demidus Blix, graduate student of the Pentevral, rescued from the clutches of Crow Keepers, Fae, and Taconis alike, knows what happened on the night of the Davinos massacre and has the magic notes to prove that Royce did not abscond to Ferry. Inspector Grotto informed the Einfossen of a lie that concealed the truth of who was at fault for the murder of Octus Taconis, and Cotherai's opening night is 2 nights away, which is what we gathered here at Bolaire's Lloy wing of the Arcanaut to celebrate. The Rookery was the first home of Hal and his troupe. Following that, it performed for many years at the Lyceum here at the Arcanaut. What better place to celebrate, raise some funds, get some excitement, and just speed on Halandil Fang with his incredible new venture of Dolmakyar's first full amphitheater. What was supposed to be a night of culture and revelry.
This is not how I wanted to raise the funds. This is bad. This is raising them.
You can always loot whatever dead bodies
Apologies.
are there, and then we'll just donate it to the theater.
It's for charity.
Your group, you little magpies fluttering around behind the scenes, have begun to develop pieces on the board. Soldiers, friendly merchants, raising money, and unraveling the secrets of what is to come, along with your own steps, putting together soldiers and merchant allies and academics and students that have been living on couches for almost a week now. You also were able to use Romina Roundtree to find out that the Sundered Houses will be meeting on the night of the play, perhaps for House Taconis to answer all of this horrifying, bloody work that has been going on in the background. You, however, have been trying to get this party, and Bolaire put a lot of work into these masks, and the Photarch very rudely did not wear hers, and instead got into a kerfuffle with King Augustus Valiant of Timony, who long ago wished to depart the city, but has not been able to pin down the Photarch for a meeting about why exactly her priests are openly calling him a tyrant in his kingdom. Being pulled aside into a banquet chamber off in one of the halls of the Arcanaut, we find ourselves set out in this arrangement. Gus speaking to the Photarch down here, Sir Felonius positioned outside. You all have split up into your various ways, and I'm going to go ahead and hand you your minis. I will let you know where you guys would be stationed more or less. So number one, Bolaire and Azune, you would have brought through a back channel from the main party space is way out over here. It's it's probably like 2 or 3 rounds of full dashing over that way. You guys were able to bring them through this hallway to this room where they've closed the doors over here. So Azune and Bolaire, you guys are positioned over here. And Bolaire, the last thing you heard was the cock of a bolt being loaded into a crossbow distantly down this hallway. The doors have closed around you. Now, we have to resolve a couple things first, and then I'll let you ask me as many questions about the battlefield as you want. So, Murray, you are in the room invisible. Where in the room invisibly are you?
Excellent question. Okay, I imagine she would have done her little scuttle skitter and probably be. Let's say I'm over here, kind of behind this pillar.
Behind this pillar? Great. Great. And we're going to go ahead and give you a little invisibility token over there.
Kind of peeking around this pillar, listening in on what's happening.
Are there any questions you guys have about the nature of the sort of miniatures that are out here?
Who's whom?
Yeah.
Gus and Gus's attendant druid, along with Martin, who appears to be the leader of his Hounds of the King, who are here with him. So Martin is to his side, and druid is right there. And then across from him is the Photarch and one of her attendant Luxes. Her son, Felonius, is with Wrath and Judgment on the other side of the door.
The Photarch's son?
That is Sir Felonius Halevar.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I mean, I know who he is. I didn't put together that he was the Photarch's son.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Or maybe I forgot.
These dudes keep it in the family. So Felonius is Wick's uncle.
That's it. Yes. I do remember that.
And wait, Tyranny's sisters are here?
No, the Wrath and Judgment are the dogs.
Oh, thank you.
Wrath and Judgment are the dogs. Invisibility right here on Murray.
Right.
Reminder also that you guys have some potions of healing. You guys also have the spell glyphs that you were able to make.
Yeah, shield glyphs.
And see invisibility.
See invisibility glyph is. Have I cracked it or no?
Yeah,
okay.
I will let you guys know. We are going to resolve. Are there any other questions about? Oh, then over here.
Yes, that's my question.
This is Cavalier, another Hound of the King,
okay.
And 2 Timonish Knights. So these are 2 of King Gus's knights.
Gus, Timonish Knights. Okay.
Okay.
Are there more partygoers that are just not represented on the map?
Many more partygoers. Some partygoers over there.
These are partygoers.
Yeah.
But there's not like another imaginary 100 people mixed in. We're not that packed in amongst people?
No. They wanted privacy.
Yes.
There are probably like 200 people back in the main Gala chamber that way.
Which is where
you are, Hal.
Got it.
And I'm going to give you your mini, and I'm going to do a couple things before we get started. You're out in the main Gala chamber, and we have to resolve some stuff beforehand. So I'll say this, Bolaire, we are going to enter initiative, but because of that high perception roll, I'm going to pre-initiative, not give each of you a full turn, so no movement, but I'm going to give each of you basically an action prior to initiative beginning.
Oh,
okay. Wait for
Just an action, not a full turn.
Just an action, not a full turn.
Bolaire or
the both of us.
Both of you. Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
And do I see do I see our crossbow problem?
You don't see the crossbow problem.
Holy schmoly.
As you guys are considering what you want to do, because there's going to be it's an instinctive click, and you have to do one thing before we launch into initiative.
And this is the Photarch, and this is like the Photarch's hand or something next to her.
Yes, that is an attendant Lux of the Photarch.
So much shit.
Okay, tricky. Sun's over there. Okay, yeah.
I will also say now at this point, we need to roll some. While you guys are thinking of those actions, Murray and Hal, I'm going to need a perception check from each of you.
Okay.
And also an insight check from each of you.
Perception and insight.
Let's do this one first.
Okay.
Perception first. Natural 1.
Natural 1 on perception, great.
I'm really invested in this conversation right now.
Nice. Oh, I rolled real high. Both times.
Insight is much better. My insight is 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 on insight. Incredible.
What a swing.
I got 22 for both.
22 for both. Okay.
Rolled an 18 and a 17.
22 for both. 22 for both? Incredible. So, we're going to describe a couple things that happen. On that 22 perception and insight, Hal, out in the main room, there is, you just, I think, in schmoozing and talking, Elodie's nearby, you are aware of a partygoer dressed in a sort of minister's garb, who you can see has a sort of sheep-like mask over their head, who is sort of engaged in some polite dinner conversation. And I think you notice
through the crack of your eye, down a long hallway, you have partial visibility to that door on that side. This one over here. Like you're way off at an angle over there. And as that door shuts, you see that person in that mask has been sort of rudely not paying attention to the people they're speaking with. That door shuts, and you see that person sort of turn, look down, and mutter a quick, excuse me, and move away from the group they are with. And begin to move off sort of away from the party. On that 22 insight, they seem very distracted to you. And it's a lively party, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I think that you get some sense as they're moving away that they are sort of muttering under their breath a little bit, and there just appears to be something altered. Party just started. No one's drunk yet. Okay. But there seems to be like an altered state with that person.
All right, I have a couple of questions.
Yeah?
One is, my allies, my friends, have moved in under duress, so I have an inkling that things are already getting tense elsewhere, right?
You have an inkling that they actually, at this point, on 22 insight, you don't see anything. The only tension you'd be aware of at this point is the general tension between Gus and the Photarch, and them having shuttled them off to go have a private room somewhere.
So I'm somewhere down here, and I could see all the way down to this hall, so I can see Wrath and Judgment and Thelonious.
Yes, you can.
And just for clarity, the door that closed, it's that one or a different door?
It looks like they were closing all the doors in the chamber to have some privacy.
Okay, and I saw a person head towards this.
Bizarrely, you saw someone head away from this. There was someone watching the door, and it was only for the timing of it that it struck you as odd, that the door clicked and the person went, sorry, and began to move away quick. Move away.
Okay.
Not towards. Move away, not towards.
Then the last question for the 22 perception and insight, did I see the golden bird motif that Bolaire put into masks for all friends, or no?
This lamb mask has no bird motif, not a friend.
Okay.
And actually, on the 20 perception, I'll give you something else. The minister's garb they're wearing, they are an Argosian minister.
That's your shit.
No, Argosian? No.
Argosia is the country.
Timony's enemy.
Timony's enemy.
Timony's enemy.
And last
Timony's enemy.
Yeah.
It's Timony's
you mentioned some Argosian knights in our presence.
In your presence.
Timony rebelled against them.
You look around and do not see those Argosian knights anywhere.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
Bro is about to get assassinated.
Yes.
It's gonna be bad, you guys.
It's just how are we going? Are we going? Russian royalty, or are we going Hail Caesar? Let's find out. Well, Augustus. Oh no.
As all of that happens.
Sorry, one last question.
Yes.
I know.
Is he walking down like a secluded path? Is he walking away from the crowds? That individual?
I will say, and this happens, we had that whole conversation that Gus and the Photarch had in this room after the doors closed. There's a little bit of time that we're covering for Hal out in the party right here. You see that minister walk out. And by the way, as he walks away, you see a swishing lion's tail behind him. As he's walking, he may be Nama. He may be similar to Teor.
Okay.
As he walks, you see that he opens a side door just off of the main Gala, and sort of barks something. He goes. You see him go like, "I need the room," to someone else, and you actually see Hero walk out of that room. Your daughter. Walk out of this little side chamber with a bunch of papers and stuff in her arms as she walks away from that room, and he closes the door behind her. She sort of looks around nonplussed, looks up at you, and walks over and goes, "Dad, sorry, I got bored of the party and I got back to organizing the cards for a lot of the magical objects."
That's perfect. Let's disperse them amongst the partygoers.
Oh, like factoid cards?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. And you see she goes and begins to start putting little fun fact stuff around. As you see, the door is closed behind that minister who goes into that private library.
Okay, and I'm just trying to get, sorry, the mind space is everything. I'm trying to get an idea of like how busy is the area around that door that he just went into.
It looks like probably the quietest area visible.
Okay.
Like he went to the most private, quietest area he could.
Okay.
No
more questions.
No more questions. You got it. No more questions. Great. Murray, on that insight, as they sit down, you see servants have laid out some food and beverage for everybody, completely rote. You see Gus hands the goblet to the druid behind him as he sort of goes to take his seat. Again, big, burly guy. He's got the sort of hound's head pommel, longsword on his side. See, he puts his shield sort of against the table beside him. You see, he goes, Cyrus, hands the goblet up. On a 20 insight, there's something really weird happening. Give me Arcana with advantage based on that 20 insight.
Pretty mid. But that's going to be a dirty 20 for me.
That's mid?
Mid-roll.
Mid-roll.
I'm good at Arcana.
Good at Arcana. Murray, you see that the goblet is handed to the druid. The druid puts their hand over it. Light comes from their palm as they hand it back. And you see they say, clean, my lord, and hand it to Gus. Gus takes a swig, puts the goblet down, and says, so the Council of All Courts has come to your attention, your radiance. It seems to me, none of the business of the Creed to...
No.
On that dirty 20 Arcana, you look over and see the residual magic. The druid next to Gus, that light that came out was the Druidcraft cantrip. It was a total cantrip. It was a little blast of green light and nothing more. But you look up at that druid, and on that 20 insight, the druid's eyes are completely vacant.
Okay, so a little mind control, little suggestion probably happening.
You would,
I think, little some sort of influence.
I think you believe that there's some influence on this druid. Clearly, Gus trusted this druid enough to hand his goblet to them.
Cast brownie.
You see that Gus looks and goes, looking over as Martin the Hound looks over to the druid next to him. This is where we are going to enter initiative.
I just got goosebumps. With these two still getting out.
I'm very sorry to the schemers table because your fights are also puzzles.
No, it's good.
That's the best escape room ever.
Actions from Azune and Bolaire.
Quick question. I'm just trying to get a read on the face of that guard. Do they seem nervous, bored? The one who's closest to me as I'm walking up to them. So.
Vigilant and alert.
But not
how you would describe them.
Okay. I'm going to. And since I heard the click coming from down the hall.
Down this hall over here, yep.
I'm going to loudly say, I clearly don't look like myself because I put on a very, very nice Rowan the Trickster God. Historically accurate, not that anyone would know. Kind of the only one. And I have a human face underneath it at the moment, but I can do my voice. I'm going to say, sir, behind you! And I'm going to click and break my see invisibility Spellglyph. Yeah, spellglyph.
Unbelievable. Okay.
and I have a very honest voice.
Incredible. See invisibility, bam. It breaks. I'll also say one of the nice benefits of this spellglyph for see invisibility is much like a potion, it does not require concentration.
That's why they're fun.
So, see invisibility is on you. Bolaire, where are you? Okay, that's it. So you won't be able to move until your turn.
Sure, but since I'd already been moving that way, I assume.
Yes, that's great. You go, Sir, behind you. These two, you see that both knights turn and whip around to the other direction. Azune, your action.
Okay. I don't know. The stuff that happened over here, we're too far away to hear King Gus start to kind of choke, is what it sort of seemed like it was.
Oh, yeah, we're
you're not too far away. We know that the meeting is happening over here. I am going to.
Because I started to speed walk, so clearly I know some shit's happening.
Yes, and I'm next to you. Do I see you crack that?
It would have just been in my hand like a coin. Snap.
I need to be able to see what's happening too. I'm gonna cast see invisibility.
Okay.
What happens in my mind is I hear a memory from training with the Aussie and cling, cling, swords clanging, and I hear his voice saying, "Open your eyes," because I had been training with my eyes closed out of fear of getting struck, and my eyes open to see what's invisible.
Incredible. Both of you, boom, your eyes open to see what's invisible. We are going to move into initiative right now. Hell yes, here we go. Okay. That's Bolaire. And then we had 4 down here.
You're about to assassinate Archduke Ferdinand here? Is that what's going down?
It's going...
It's fully, fully some World War I shit.
Off,
It's fully fucking poisoning.
Which one's
the
Rasputin
Duke.
now at this point? Oh, we gotta, took our Anastasia.
You have to
and our
suck the
Rasputin.
poison out of his mouth.
I poisoned your wine.
I am a wizard. I am not a cleric. I am a dwarf, so I've got some like poison resistance. Means nothing for him.
And you have like a potion at best.
I'm gonna be dumping my fucking potion in this guy's mouth.
What else are we gonna fucking do?
Okay.
I mean, that'll uninvisible you.
I know anything I do is gonna uninvisible.
Which one's the clerik? Okay, he has a clerik though.
He has a druid.
He has a druid.
Okay.
The druid is mind controlled.
I know. I'm making plans.
Okay. Initiative breaks out. Rushing from behind this corner. Armored, medium sort of like scale and breastplate wearing armor, rushing around the corner, black cloaks, crossbows, swords, a belt filled with potions, masked, rush forward. They're going to rush here. This one takes a swipe from that Timonish knight. Is going to get out here to this chamber.
These are Argonians?
Yes.
Or Argosians?
They are not wearing any symbol you can see in this moment. These are just
But they're
assassins.
going for the Timony. Fucking shit.
So I will say what happens here is this. Hold on, I'm going to leave these two here. These two are going to rush over here.
Knife's edge.
Knife's edge. Knife's edge. I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. I don't know what to do.
You see crossbows loaded. Several of these armored warriors rush up, cast, and take crossbows. Crossbow bolts loaded not with bolts, but with small fletched sticks and pouches on them fly out. You see a group, a sort of yellow dust that smells sweet like flour, lands all throughout there.
Wow.
These two rush and fire towards Gus, and you see 5 of them have these crossbows loaded with just these sort of pouches on them. You see as the dust hits, okay, there it is. As the dust cleared, they've all missed. That no one hit anybody with those pouches. But you see, as the dust sort of clears for a second, the Hound of the King is on its side, going, pawing at its nose as fast as it can. You smell sweet flowers and almost like, you know that garbage gets kind of sweet when it rots? A smell like that.
Like a little fermenting.
The humans are unaffected by it, but you see this hound here and this one down here are both frothing at the mouth, their eyes wide, scratching with their paws at their nose.
Motherfucker!
Is this AoE hitting me?
It is hitting you, and you do not need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
It's specific to them.
Unless Murray has the scent ability, then you are okay.
Only for the
and the other two are unaffected?
The Timonish Knights are unaffected. You see, however, these guys have... that's going to be... Okay. That is a miss on those knights. That is a hit. You see that one of the Timonish knights, this one right here, goes "Grr!" as a sword goes in under the armor into his rib cage as he buckles down. And this one right here, I said 5 crossbow bolts had pouches on them. One does not, and it's the one you heard click. And this one right here raises up, black crossbow bolt. Into the Photarch's chest.
What? No, what? What's happening?
Oh, what?
Whose side is
anybody
on?
Whose side is anybody? Oh my god.
I was about to throw a portent out. I'm so glad I did not.
Murray, you look out and see the Photarch goes, "What is the meaning?" and collapse to the ground.
Oh no, this is complicated.
Murray, you know when like the human brain, when you see something like super horrific and it takes a minute for your brain to process what you're seeing?
Yes.
That's happening to Murray right now.
Slow download invisibly.
Yes, invisibly.
Maybe we're all about to learn a valuable lesson. Maybe we should all back off.
Oh, it was like,
Yeah. The puzzle is
there's a party
do nothing.
to go to.
Hell yes.
It's getting a handle on this situation.
That changes
really hard.
so much.
Are the assassins with King Gus, or are they just a whole other third party?
I think they're a third. I think someone is making a big play.
Yes.
I think someone's trying to clear the board.
Are these Tokonis assassins?
I think they might be. Because there's a setup. Because who's going to be implicated? We'll talk later.
Uninjured knight. Uninjured Timonish knight reaches out and thuds a sword and goes, "My liege, Sir Martin!" Calls out and just yells at the top of his voice.
Martin's the dog.
Martin's the dog, who you see is collapsed on the ground.
That's Martin down here.
Martin down here. Murray, it is your turn. This is as Lady Aranessa Royce would say, a dynamic and fluid situation. So, any questions? Any questions about what is going on? You see,
That's you're gonna answer.
You see Gus in the chair clutching at his throat, looks as the Photarch hits the ground in front of him with a look of dismay and confusion, and is sliding out of his chair, reaching feebly at the sword at his waist as he hits the ground and looks eye to eye with Sir Martin, who is foaming at the mouth, eyes bulging. Murray, that is your turn.
For my turn, I want to go back to a week and a half ago where I'm just a teacher.
Remember. We've all made some bad career choices here.
Okay, so I know Bolaire is over. You're in this hall over here.
Yeah.
You are.
I'm in that hall
With
over
me.
there as well.
You're with the hall.
I escorted them here and then waited outside.
And to help us out, I am going to throw poisoned on. I think it's not a mystery for you that King Gus is currently poisoned.
The poisoned condition?
The poisoned condition.
I'm dwarf enough to at least be able to recognize it.
And I think both hounds are as well.
It's a sick individual to attack dogs, Brennan.
Hey, dogs want to get in the mix and be characters. They gotta fucking deal with everybody else.
Take that, dogs.
And of course, some kind of effect on that druid over there. But Murray, it is your turn.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know what to do.
I know. I'm so glad I'm not going
Why
first.
did I roll? I have bad initiative and I'm still first. What can I get as like a beat on what the attending is for the Photarg's attending
give me
is
an
doing
insight
right
check.
now?
Hell yeah, give me insight.
Okay. 19.
19. On a 19, she looks and says, "You're radiant!" And screams and looks like she is preparing a healing spell.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
No, stop. Don't.
Okay. Is this door locked? This front door is locked? That this.
Yeah, well, it is closed, but they just closed it.
They just closed it.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck up my invisibility
You
yet.
are in ground zero of a major political assassination.
Maybe get some. I'm not helping.
Murray, I will also say you can.
Go home.
You can go home. You can go home.
It's been a good schemer's run, guys.
You can absolutely go home. You look out and see. You can delay your turn if you wish, right? But if you just go like I'm screwed, there's nothing I can do, you can't. Obviously, time is of the essence. Something very bad is happening here, but you know.
I'm gonna see how I can do this. So King Gus is like face to stone, foaming at the mouth, looking at his dog, right? He's like
yes,
messed up.
Yeah.
I would like. Oh my god.
Dogs are dead.
I would like to, if I can, kind of sneak over here.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take my healing potion. And can I sneak over and basically like palm the healing potion to King Gus's chest?
Yes,
Because that's not in its. Huh?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, I basically like kind of try as much as I can. I know I don't want to be revealed, but I'm gonna like slip him a healing potion and see, and hopefully he grips it. That's what I do.
It's an object in your hand.
That is
And
awesome,
then,
but that is wild to be like a sneaking into the middle of like. That's awesome.
Here you go. And then I'm going to palm him the healing potion, and then go back and hide behind my pillar and wait. That's all I do.
Okay, killer. Great.
Does he grab it?
You see, as you put it on his chest, it suddenly just appears on his chest there, and he holds it with no context for what's happening. But you see that he holds it, and you see, looks out and just grasps it, and you see goes and like hides it under the table, basically. Okay. But you got the healing potion to him.
Okay.
A healing potion.
Well, you know what?
Put an option on the table.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it hasn't got rid of it yet.
Gus. King Gus.
Photarch Yanessa Halovar. Death saving throw.
What?
What?
Do we care?
Oh, that's a natural one. I know what that looks like.
You wonder?
That's a natural one. That's a nat one.
The Photarch? The Photarch?
Yes.
She got 3. she got 3 death saves.
Not anymore, though.
Not anymore.
She just dropped down 2.
I can't tell if I'm happy about this or not.
I don't know either. Tell me how I'm supposed to feel.
Okay. We cut to a lovely Gala. Hal, you're out in the party.
All right.
Wave the fuck far away.
Shaking this off. Shaking this off.
Shake it off. Shake it off. You don't know this is going
Big
on.
John Travolta gif happening right now.
There's a beautifully rendered classical version of Wonderwall playing right now.
All right, so.
Oh no.
So my bardy senses are tingling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start. Here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I can't see our invisible museum halls, but what I would like to do is start to move through the crowd towards and get away from the crowd towards that door. I'm hoping that the crowd thins out and that there are pillars or other works of art that I could move behind briefly.
Yeah.
And if I need to use one of my bonus, I can't breathe. If I could use my orc trait, Adrenaline Rush, if I need to, to take the dash action, just so I can move faster and cover more ground, I want to move behind a sculpture or pillar, and I'm in a very gorgeous black suit with elaborate silver stitching and this silver fox mask. Yeah. I want to move behind this object and come out with an unfurling. I'm going to cast Disguise Self and have a gray-green cloak unfurl over me, and the fox mask is replaced with, think of Salieri at the end of Amadeus. A mask of Osgra appears, dark and severe, and with a snarl on its face, and I present the appearance of like a high-level security detail who is masked and patrolling the place.
Yeah.
And I even use the magic of it to make my shoulders look broader. I'm a couple inches taller. I look a little more imposing.
Yeah.
And I want to go up to that door.
Yeah.
And as I approach it, do I hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
That is 13.
On a 13, through a closed door, you hear muttering. And this is in the little study that hero just got kicked out of by this Argosian minister. But you hear, and it sounds urgent and distracted and hushed.
I'm going to open the door.
We have discovered secret extra battlefield.
What? No! Isn't that good?
That's I
the opposite of
You
good.
think a schemer's fight happens in one place?
What?
No.
This isn't a fun secret.
No.
Okay.
But I know that I can't just walk away from this room with whatever the fuck is going on in it.
Turning into your proposal, I don't like it.
No, she walked out.
Walked out. Hal, opening.
Hal?
It's the wrong dagger.
Hal,
wrong dagger.
Security.
Opening the door, seated in this chair in this small city arcana. By the way, this is like 250 feet away from this central. It's like other side of the main gala hall.
So you're on your own.
So Hal, you're on your own, baby. But you see, as you open the door, you hear this is the lamb's mask is off, and you see a beautiful golden, red gold mane Nama lionfolk minister who seems regal, genteel, to the manner born. You see that he is in the chair, and he goes. You see that his eyes are rolling back in his head, and he goes, "Remove the sword, cast it aside, remove the sword." And you see that as the door opens, he stands up and goes, "Oh, I beg your pardon, sorry, just getting a moment's rest."
I'm sorry, sir, this room is off limits to the general public.
Ah, very well. Sorry. Yes, please, Remy, will you, sorry, I don't feel well. Could you get a cleric for me? I don't feel well.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
And I'm going to draw back the cloak, and the Liar's Blade looks like a dark blade, a totally different appearance to it, and I put my hand on its hilt.
Okay. You put your hand on its hilt. He looks and says, "No need for that. Please just leave me be." I'm going to say it is your turn. This is your turn.
Yes. I cast Disguise Self.
So you move. So that's going to be the end of your movement. Got you here.
Yeah.
You look in and can see him as he turns around and just goes, I don't feel well. Leave me be. And stands from the chair.
If I've used my action,
yes.
Here's the last thing I'll do with my action economy.
Yes.
Is close the door behind me.
Yeah.
And say, we're going to have a word. And that word reverberates through his skull, and I use my. I use unsettling words as a bonus action. You expend
Is this a cantrip or level?
It's neither. It is bard stuff.
Bard. Okay,
As
awesome.
a bonus action, you expend one use of your bardic inspiration and choose a creature you see within 60. Roll the bardic inspiration die d6. That's a 5, so they subtract that from the next saving throw it makes before the start of its next turn.
Unbelievable. That is awesome. Okay. Great.
Unsettling words.
Unsettling words. So
It's a bard trait.
he will subtract 5 from his next saving throw. Unbelievable. Please remember that. Bolaire, that is going to be your turn.
I am going to make my way down that hall at full speed. Well, we'll see. Like, how far can I get without breaking into a run?
You can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's your movement that gets you right there. And you can see these assassins are blocking the hallway right now.
They're blocking the hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
30 feet of movement gets you into melee with them.
It gets me into melee. All right. Okay, that's fun. Let's. I don't want to spend anything too exciting yet. I'm going to use my bonus action to put my hand behind my back and cast my sword.
Okay.
And then to the one in front of me. What are they holding swords or?
Oh yeah, swords out.
Actually, not the one in front of me. The one to the side of me. I'm going to look, and just for a brief moment, they're going to just almost see their own face in my face, like there's a mirror in front of them, a little twisted, and they're going to hear. Grovel as I cast command, and they're prone till the end of their next turn.
So I believe with command they have to take the action. They can't do it immediately.
No,
can they?
it's let's see. You speak one word command to the creature you can see within range. Target will succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, no, I wasn't going to
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw is a 12.
I don't think. Where's my?
I don't believe that passes.
I don't think it does either. Oh, 14. There it is. 14.
Okay, 14. Awesome.
To do wisdom.
Great. Okay. Is this the one you're facing or the one next to it?
Oh, the one next to me, because since you're right there, I figured just give you a little bit. Yeah.
I'll give him a little something.
Well, it gives you advantage.
Okay.
Because they're on the ground.
We'll be doing something a little different.
Yeah.
It'll
And also,
guarded
wait, does that means they can't take an attack because they're prone, or?
No, he has to use his movement on his turn.
In that case, since I'm still learning this one, I may just, if it's okay to change, just drop it, and I'm going to have him drop his weapon, which I can do.
Sure.
I believe that's perfectly reasonable. Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
I'll allow him to drop it
anything they're holding.
Okay.
Yeah, until the end of its next turn.
Great.
And that's what I got.
Okay, that is your action. Awesome.
And my bonus.
As that goes into effect, the one right in front of you drops his blade, right?
Yes. And the other one's got you coming up.
Okay. Bolaire, that is your turn.
It is. Where is
then that is going to be. You see King Gus, who is badly poisoned, takes his entire turn to heave an elbow onto the table and go to draw his sword. As he does, you see the druid next to him pulls the sword out of his grasp and tosses it to the ground.
Fuck!
As it clatters away. Okay.
Snap out of it!
It's this fuck. You gotta do something about this fuck.
As the Lux shouts, you hear Felonious Halevar go, "Mother!" Turn around, and he goes to open the door, and Murray, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, we're so fucked.
He's not,
He's not our enemy at this moment.
Okay, that's gonna be 22.
Felonius goes to open the door, and you hear the familiar boom of magic keeping the door shut.
I have to lock. I had a feeling.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. It's magically locked. Okay. Okay.
There's ways to fix that.
There are ways to fix that.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Okay. That's going to be our hounds are completely incapacitated.
Big stones are outside.
Okay.
Pull on that.
Okay. He's fucked. Hold on. Okay. You see that this minister stands up and is going to attack you, Hal. He raises a paw up.
Paw, so kid's cat throwing at me.
He's casting, yes. Paw up. And with a nat 1, blasts the door. Second nat 1 of the combat. He unleashes a firebolt cantrip, boom, that slams into the wall behind you, and he gets up and rushes back over here, just trying to clear as much space from you as possible. Sure. And then that's his turn. That's all he can do. Misses his attack roll. Bonus action. No bonus action from him. Okay. Azune, that's going to be your turn.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was before Azune.
Yeah, I'm very slow. Okay.
So, it doesn't matter. Okay.
I don't have my shield drawn. So I'm going to have to, because I'm not going to waste an action to draw my shield. So I am going to draw my warhammer.
Yes.
As I rush towards that empty space in between the guard.
Okay.
The one with the sword is a guard on the side of Timothy, right?
Yes, the white cloak is Timothy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go after the one that is in between he and I.
Okay.
Next to that statue.
Yep.
I'm drawing my weapon as my object interaction. I'm wielding my hammer to weapon.
Gotcha.
And I am going to quicken spell booming blade this guy.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
That is definitely gonna miss. Do I use a heroic inspiration right now and reroll that? It's just an attack. Let it go. That's my bonus action. So bonus action cantrip with quicken spell. For my action, these motes of fire start to gather around me, and they start to grow, and I'm going to absorb them. Cool. Let go of one hand as that fire channels around my arm through my hand. I summon a flaming sphere.
Okay.
Whoa!
Going for it.
Big gun.
Whoa, flaming sphere, damn. Flaming sphere, I believe, will break concentration on see invisibility.
See invisibility does not require concentration.
I'm wrong, you're right. Very cool.
Oh yeah, I have coffee.
See invisibility does not require concentration. Flaming sphere, I'm going to place it right behind those two guys.
Over here or but right here?
Right there.
Okay, cool. Boom. Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
It's not an attack roll. It's going to be
Booming blade is not?
Booming blade, I missed.
Okay, gotcha. All good.
My booming blade missed, but my flaming sphere is active. And we'll do
booming
things
blade,
later.
booming blade is a bonus action?
Because I quick and spelled it.
Great, awesome. Yes, love that. Very good. Okay, great.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere to make a
dexterity saving throw.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Boom! Fire raises up around you. Okay. From there, we are going to move. Azune, is there anything else? So that's your bonus action. Are you saying anything? Do you speak at all as part of your turn?
I'm not speaking.
No. Cool.
Don't want them to hear the sound of my voice.
What I want you to do then is I want you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
You're going to add +4 to this because you are rolling for Varen Cadorn. Difficulty is only a 10. It's a lot of shouting.
9 + 4 is 13.
Okay. Out in the main hall, as Felonius shouts, "More!" You hear Varen shout, "Back hole, upstairs!" And you hear, "I cannot tell you how much you have changed your odds by remembering to hire security for this party." And you hear Varen and the rest begin to rush up. Give me do me a favor. Give me roll 2d4 and take the lower of the two.
A 4 and a 3, so it's the 3.
3. Okay, so as I said, a couple hundred feet away, they spend 1 of 3 rounds. They'll get here on the 3rd round. Cool.
We want it to be
really low. You want it lower? It's okay. It's okay.
Rushing, but you can hear the clank of the magpies, the secret sort of security guard that you've called, coming here as fast as possible. That is going to be back at the top of initiative. That's going to be our assassins. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60.
Okay. Okay.
Guy's scary.
Yeah.
He's so scary.
Yeah, he's beefy.
How do they fall?
This guy's gonna go 5, 10. Okay, and he's gonna rush back
an attack
here.
of opportunity from that guy?
Azune, give me an attack of opportunity on the guy that you swung on with Booming Blade.
Okay.
And do I get an attack?
And Bolaire, you get 1 as this guy moves in to block the way.
In that case, hold on, let me see what's better.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 15 to hit. With my Warhammer.
15 to hit with your Warhammer.
Are you attacking the assassin?
15 does not hit.
Does not hit. Yeah, the opportunity attack for the one that moved away.
Bolaire, go ahead and give me.
Does he end in turn? Did he end his turn next to the flaming sphere? Those guys? Or are they still
these two do end their turn with it next to the flaming sphere. So go ahead and roll damage for that.
Double checking if since I have battle mage, it's I have to have a spell that has an attack roll, correct?
You have to have a spell that has an attack roll.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me actually look up the rules for that.
For Warcaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use your reaction to cast a spell.
But I can cast a spell at it, but
Like
it doesn't have to
chill touch or
have
something.
it doesn't have to have an attack roll. It can just be it can be a save.
I think it has to be an attack.
The spell must have a casting of 1 action and must target only that creature. Can be a
that's
saving
it?
throw.
Okay.
Can be a saving throw.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to use Mind Sliver.
Okay.
And that's an intelligence 14 save.
Okay. That is a fail.
So, so it's in this. As the soldier turns, just a shard of mirrored glass just pierces right in the head before vanishing out of nowhere, and they take 1 point of psychic damage. And they have fuck you. And they have a -1 to their next saving throw before the end of their next turn.
Okay.
Or end of my next turn.
-1 to saving throw before the next turn. Got it. This guy's got the -1 to the saving throw before the next turn.
Double ones. I rolled.
Yeah, well, me too.
Fuck right.
Those two guys need to make a saving throw. If they a dex save for the flaming sphere.
Okay.
If they save, they take 1 damage. If they don't save, they take 2 because I rolled 2 ones.
So embarrassed.
They both take 2 damage and seem unperturbed as they square up and block the hallway. As they rush in.
Yeah, that's tricky. I'm gonna watch out for that fire. I'll say to you.
I should have just made them run.
As these two move in past the flaming sphere, you see this one right here wheels in under this Timonish knight who goes after him with a sword. Dagger slits the knight's throat, drops him to the ground.
Oh!
What? Some other guy? Who?
No, just the same guy. He was moving past him to block the way and killed him on his way into the door.
Took out
that is.
Should have done that.
I'm learning. I can see what I should have done.
Cavalier, the greyhound that you spoke to before, this guy steps in and without even looking swivels his sword and plants a sword into Cavalier's chest on the ground behind him.
What in the red wedding?
I know! Cavalier looks injured but not dead. But he uses the fact that the dog is prone to. These two use. They use a bonus action to clear and their movement to get that far. And you can see they take, dropping their crossbows here at the door, they take another round of smaller hand crossbows out, preloaded, and fire out. They don't bother going for Gus because Gus has fallen back down and is prone again. They don't aim for the druid. All of them light up the attendant Lux.
Yep. Sure.
As they are running full tilt, hand crossbows, riddled with bolts, falls to the ground dead.
Whoa!
And they drop their bolts without even bothering to reload and go for swords.
Oh my gosh.
That is going to be.
Their guns away.
Okay, this knight is going to close in here. It's going to take some
Back away
space.
from the fire, I will tell him.
Okay, copy that. He rushes in, and you see that he rushes in and bashes his shield into the assassin here. And for his second attack, goes to trying to clear the doorway. He goes to just bash him over and can't get past. And then takes a he takes a step back and is going to get an attack of opportunity, which is a miss. Clangs off of his shield. Okay. That is going to be Murray. Your turn again.
Somebody.
Just on a loop.
Start looting whoever's down.
I still really don't want to fuck.
If I can get in there, I can start doing some mad shit.
Visibility right now.
Don't. Yeah.
Don't.
I mean,
or
just be
my
careful.
invisibility.
No,
I don't want to do this.
Please don't die.
No. I don't have anything that's like a negate magic type of thing right now.
You got any range to try to let your friends in the room?
Anything I do,
Oh, I know. Anything you do
is going to drop my. I am going to hold my action.
Cool.
Murray, she's a little lightheaded and her eyes kind of roll back into her head as she's trying to stay focused, but she cannot help but be overwhelmed by pulsing. It's almost like the room is starting to pulse as gravity, as sound, as time is starting to pulse through as she's getting these feelings, that only a divination wizard could understand. And I'm going to hold my action as I just continue to watch and wait.
Okay. You are holding. I think that is a very brave choice. Taking a turn is always fun, and I think that is the correct strategic choice.
I'm alone right now. My team is forever
I know,
away.
but sometimes the fact that we're playing a game takes over, and you're like, I want to use one of my powers, and I think that is the in-character choice.
Yes. And I can't. There's nothing invisible to see so far from
For us. Yes, I do. I'm holding because Porty's.
I've got an angle to it.
Correct.
I can fuck with these people.
Yes. Let me go first.
Is it the Photark?
It's the Photark's turn.
Brennan?
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
As once again she's getting overwhelmed. I hope this is not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And I hope that I can use it this way.
Yeah.
It's almost like sound waves are coursing from front to back, from the back going through this room. As you can see, it's like vibrating, like boom, boom. And Murray just kind of mutters under her breath. It's already been written. It's been written this whole time. All truth starts with stories. Can I use my 6 that I rolled on Portent for her last death saving throw?
You tipped the scale.
It's already been written.
Murray?
Can I do that?
In all of the flow sheets that I wrote for this combat, you have no idea how profoundly cool this moment is about to be. Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation?
Give me an investigation roll.
Oh my god. What? Why?
I feel like fuck me, fuck you, die is appropriate for this.
This is...
18.
Murray, you go to write the fate of the Photarch and let her succumb to her wounds. As you reach out and say, let this be one of the futures where she dies. I've never had to interpret a portent this way, and I've never seen a portent used to actually do what a divination wizard is supposed to do. You go to replace her death saving throw to discover she's not making them. When I rolled earlier, that was a lie.
What?
You reach out to fabricate. Every once in a while, a DM has to use some tricks to make things seem a certain way. You go and say, let her die, and reach out to touch the fabric of the universe and touch nothing. I cannot believe there's a game system that lets you discover that I'm cheating. As you reach out,
she's faking it.
She's faking it.
She's faking it.
It's an act. There was no way for you to discover that in this fight, except for one I didn't remember.
Wow.
There was no way for you to discover that in this fight. There was no way for you to discover that in this fight.
I feel like I'm on one of those slingshot rides that are on boardwalks. Jesus.
You reach out and go, let her die. It's literally like you get a 404 from the universe. Like the cosmos, like you get a blues. The cosmos is like, have this be the time she dies. What do you mean? I can't do that. Like, you go to reweave destiny, and it's like, in other words, what you're seeing with your eyes is her bleeding out on the floor. But when you go to that, the grid, the hum, the gem-like structure of fate and destiny doesn't have a thread available for you for her to die here.
Because that domino wasn't falling in this moment at all.
At all.
My.
You don't know why or how, but that is the fucking coolest use of portent I've ever seen.
Your gut instinct realized more than your eyes were seeing.
You're literally.
What is happening?
It's like you want to rewrite a book and you're like, I'm telling you that book's not in this library. I'm in the Dewey Decimal thing. It's not here, right? Like, wow, unbelievable, Murray.
Confirmed.
Unbelievable.
Hail of our shenanigans. Confirmed.
Oh my god.
They're trying to pin it on the conus.
Well, maybe.
But like, are these supposed to look
like we don't know?
Like this is somebody else.
This is somebody else taking out both of them. It seems.
Doesn't look like them.
But she was in. She's not being taken out.
I really can't believe that. That is so fucking cool. You do some. Like every once in a while, you do some. You'll say like, oh, I'm gonna do a perception check and I'll roll, knowing there's no one there, but just to keep it because if I don't roll when no one's there, it means I'm only rolling when there's someone there. So you have to make the sounds of dice to make it seem like And I was doing my little cute little nat 1 thing to sell the act, but you have I can't lie.
Who doesn't love close-up magic?
It's my favorite.
Unbelievable, Marisha. Unbelievable.
Oh
okay,
my God.
That's so fucking cool. I love that. Okay, Hal. That is your turn. Miss Murray, as you realize you can't have her fail her last death saving throw because she hasn't made her first. Hal, that's going to be you.
And that does use my portent, though, right?
No. Your portent is still remaining.
It's still remaining.
You go to cash in your chip, and they're like, "This isn't a casino. This is a gas station." You're like, "Let me do my thing," right?
This is a Wendy's.
Yes. That is Hal's turn.
Okay.
Oh my
So this Nama who's run for cover in this corner sees
Yeah.
a hand plant on the side of that bookshelf, and this dark, austere, Amadeus-like mask of Azgra appears behind it, stalking out behind, and from behind the mask that I am wearing, still throwing his voice, still changing his voice. You mess with our city, you feel our fangs, and that unleashes the shatter spell.
Ooh, hell yes.
I'm gonna launch it into him as well as the bookshelf near him to destroy any cover he might want to use in the future.
Hell yeah.
So that is a con save -5.
He gets a -3.
Okay. That's double damage, I think.
Oh my god.
10,
That's right,
so that's 15.
That's such a cool setup.
15 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Cool.
Thunder damage.
15 thunder damage, incredible.
And then, still in full Bene Gesserit mode,
Yeah.
I'll snarl, "One of us isn't leaving this room." And I will re-up the hit to their next save.
Okay, incredible.
Which is a -6.
Ooh, my God. Here's the truly significant thing. You just did 15 points of damage. Our friend here is a talented spellcaster, but they are not particularly tough. Which means this is obviously you're in a dangerous fight in a quiet room off in a Gala, but you deal 15 points of damage, which means he needs to make a concentration save.
And did you just fuck up his save?
I did.
Oh, -6.
Yes. Concentration save.
Okay.
Next, yeah.
I don't want to get our hopes up, but this is one of in the vast puzzle of this arcane conspiracy. This is one of the major switches in the railroad tracks.
Yes.
And the fact that he has -6 to the save.
But before you roll, I just want to add a little bit of flavor, which is Hal is acting. Hal is presenting a dark, ominous figure. But behind the illusion, behind the mask, he is anything but sure of his chances and is just trying to keep his breath steady behind the act. What you will.
Difficulty is 10 for this concentration saving throw. Normally, he would roll flat. Now he's rolling at a -6, which means he needs to get a 16 or higher to maintain concentration on the spell. Rolling in front, 16 or higher is what he's looking for, 15 or lower. What's that? Was that? Nat 20.
20.
Okay.
I can't see him. I gotta be able to see him.
Gotta be able to see him. Gotta be able to see him. So, boom, it goes off. He flies back. Bookcases fly everywhere.
To see it?
Yeah, you have to see it.
No, wait, for my thing. Sometimes you can spend your roll anytime. You have to roll again. Wait. Oh. Wait.
Are you looking at luck?
No, I'm looking at. You can.
I feel like I'm drunk on the photog thing. Okay. So,
Water under the bridge.
Water under the bridge. But you also see, in addition to whatever else, he's badly injured, and this bookcase flies apart. All of poor hero's work goes up. Boom! As this bookcase flies apart. Bam! He stumbles backwards. And you are staying here, or you've moved over here.
I said that I came around to be like the Grim Reaper coming around the bookshelf to help with the act.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Okay. That is how Fang's turn. Wow. Incredible. But you are doing as he looks, you can see that is a sizable injury for him. He's alone in a room with you. He's not bloodied, but that's a sizable injury. By the way, do we have no one's bloodied yet. I don't think anyone's even been hit yet.
No.
But we should fly in desperate measures when we can. Okay, Bolaire, that is your turn.
That's the death save mechanics.
We don't need that.
Okay, who?
Allow me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm holding my turn.
Until Azune. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Bolaire, you're sending it down there.
I know. I've got desperate measures right here.
Okay, you're going down there. The druid. Hal, as the boom shatter goes off, you see that the minister behind you calls out and says, "The shield!" In this room, Murray, you see the druid reaches out and tosses Gus's shield to the side of the room as Gus begins to like army crawl across, going. Yes. He only manages to crawl about 5 feet, crawling for his sword in the corner of the room. Felonious outside, slamming on the door, saying, "Help! Help!"
That asshole.
Performative fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
I do have a desperate measure sheet here if anyone wants a reminder.
Yeah, I would like that, please.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Gorson, looking out, leaps forward and just takes his claws out and is going to go for it. What is your armor class, Hal?
It's a 13.
13. Okay. He hits twice.
For what?
He hits for a 17 and a 15.
I break 17 and a what?
15.
15 and 17. I break my rune.
Shit. Okay. Wait, your armor class moves to what?
18.
8. He goes. Stop your meddling. You break the glyph and boom. My titties. Slap your titties, and all of a sudden, you just see buzzing gem light and boom. Murray's shield spell. What does your shield spell look like?
What does my shield spell look like? I haven't even thought about this. Let's see. It's got to be very, very Murray Magnuson. I mean, I think it's still a little divination based, right? So it's still a little weird science in the sense that it probably looks like once again, like a sonic boom, like ripples of reality that just jiggy just a little bit to make it bounce across, changing what was to be.
Oh, sick. So you see he reaches out and sort of ripples through time and destiny as boom, boom, boom. And you see glimpses of times where he hits you and times where he doesn't, and it reasserts to the time where he doesn't hit you either time. You are uninjured. That is going to be Azune and Bolaire.
Okay. Those guys near the flaming sphere haven't gone yet this new round, right?
No, they have not gone this new round. You're at the end of the round, they're at the top of the round.
Copy that, yes. So I'm going to step in and I'm going to, I'm stepping forward. Bonus action. Yeah, I want to clear the way. I'm going to step forward. Okay, and I'm going after that guy in the diagonal.
Are you going? So you're going to step here next to the flaming sphere.
Next to the flaming sphere. Cool. And I'm going. I need to hit this guy. Casting Booming Blade as my action. I'm going to spend a luck point. To roll at advantage. Let's go, Nayar. I will take that 14 plus 6, 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Okay. So, Booming Blade, sparks absorb in my body. They channel through my weapon, two-handed, and I push him 10 feet.
Whoa, Booming Blade pushes him 10...
No, my weapon mastery does with my warhammer.
Oh, shit!
So, I'm going to push him, behind the guy that's next to him. So, I'm pushing him, I guess, diagonally 10 feet.
Hell yeah, you can push him diagonally 10 feet.
Yes. So,
oh my god, that's so good. That's very good. Okay, using weapon mastery, you push him 10 feet?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. You slam into him and he flies back, boom, 10 feet diagonally.
And bonus action, I reach towards the flaming sphere and I pull it, dragging it across. It can move 30 feet on my bonus action. I'm going to roll it so it's in between the two.
Oh, you lined them
cool.
up.
I'm actually going to bump it, and because I can use an attack with my bonus action. I'm going to slam the guy. Actually, let me roll my damage before I decide.
Roll your damage for the first guy. Yeah.
You're doing so good.
Let's see.
Schemers!
Booming Blade.
Are you ready for my latest scheme?
Or that little girl with the punch bowl.
Booming Blade. We're level. Okay, yeah, we're at that level. Okay, so the initial attack that he takes is It is 2. No, that's my weapon attack. 2 plus 4, 6 points of damage. Oh, actually, I rolled the wrong die. I'm wielding it two-handed.
Hey.
Okay.
So it's a D10. It's still a 2.
Still a 2. Okay.
So it's same damage. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Great.
6 points of my weapon damage, and then he's enveloped in booming energy.
Cool.
And I'm going to slam the flaming sphere into him. He's got to make a Actually, I'm going to slam the flaming sphere into. These guys look pretty hardy. Into the guy that I just attacked. Okay. He needs to make a dex save.
Okay. That is a failure.
And you're then going to take 6 points of fire damage.
6 points of fire damage?
Yes, as the flaming sphere just it's almost as if it lunges, enveloping him and lights him on fire for a moment.
Hell yes. You can see, for the first of these assassins moves into bloodied as that flaming sphere. These are the people you hire when you're trying to kill a religious Primarch and king, right? So these are extremely hardy. Bam! Flaming sphere hits.
My movement.
And your movement.
I'd like to move. So he is got the booming blade on him.
Yeah.
Is there?
He also might not have his sword if that's the one I made who'd drop all your weapons.
Yes. This guy right here did drop his sword and is now using a dagger.
Okay. I'm going to. We gotta move in there.
Yep, we gotta get in there.
Yeah, we gotta get in there. So I'm just gonna move past that, and I'm gonna do my full movement to get further into the chamber.
Doing 30?
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I have left. I think I may have already moved 5.
5. Yeah. So that's gonna be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Who's that on the ground?
That's Cavalier.
Okay.
No.
he's
Cavalier's not dead. Cavalier is badly injured and foaming at the mouth and scratching at his nose.
I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
Just you can clear the air, like if there's any dust or anything you have.
I'm mage hand. I don't know.
I can't right now, but instead of taking that full move, I'm going to. We can move through ally spaces.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so then I'm going to position myself. I'm going to not move that far. I'm going to go back up and be next to the guard who's wielding a dagger.
Okay.
Because he's going to either move and take an opportunity attack or stay and then suffer the wrath of the flaming sphere.
Okay, so you're out of your flaming sphere, not getting an opportunity. So people can move through your square.
Great. Okay, that's my turn.
As you move in, I need a perception check, difficulty of 10.
Okay. Have you been good to me? I don't think you have. Perception. With my modifier, 11.
You thought the tricks were over, tricks not over.
Fuck.
Yeah, tricks over, tricks not over.
Brennan, are you this mean to all the other tables?
Suddenly a dove's yes. A dove's gonna.
You, looking out for magic as you always do as an arcane marshal, you're always ready for the unexpected, which is why hiding behind this table, an invisible spellcaster. You see there is an invisible...
He's invisible, I can see him.
He is invisible, you can see him, and you see that he has his hands up, sweating, focusing on all 3 doors.
He's keeping them locked down.
Oh.
So is there another fucker doing a bunch of illusion shit to make it look like the Photar went down? There's got to be some illusion shit.
Bolaire.
Yes.
Really good.
It depends.
It's a spell save or reaction.
Saving against a spell?
Yeah.
Saving against a spell does not use the action.
No, it doesn't.
Reaction, I mean.
Huh?
No, it's just reaction. No, it's just a
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figuring it out.
Yeah, spell save is a part of whatever instigates it.
All right. That changes the territory a little bit.
What are you looking at? It's your turn.
I'm going to start walking my way into the room, and I'm going to survey the damage really quickly.
5, 10. Okay, you're gonna move through Azune's space. 15, 20, 25,
Thank you.
30.
I can get to there.
You get to there.
Out of the flaming sphere.
Out of the flaming sphere. So you're on the other side of Cavalier. You see this beautiful, sort of like slightly brindled greyhound on the ground, convulsing. And that is
Do I see the invisible?
Oh yeah.
Not that it really
you
helps
see. You
at the
see this
moment.
guy over here, sort of tucked behind a pillar.
Shit, fuck bugger.
Wow.
Or yeah, more or less. Yeah, he's right. He's got to keep an eye on that door too. So he's got all 3 doors in sight. But yes, you move through and have a line of sight. Or actually, give me a perception if you would be so kind.
I love rolling perception.
So-
Yeah, that's 25.
Yep. You got him.
Oh,
So
I was 23, excuse me.
23. Yeah, you got the invisible guy clocked as well.
Oh, right. Well, this complicates things. Okay, how far away am I from the big fuck with the axe over there? Probably. Oh yeah, I'm within. I'm within.
You've used your movement.
Yeah.
I would say you are, what's that? 5, 10,
it may not
15,
matter.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. You're 60 feet away.
Oh, that's okay. I can do this then, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold up my hand, like Hamlet himself, in my hand with my sword still behind my back, and a glass face is going to appear, just a glass face going all the way back, and I'm going to turn and start whispering in its ear. They've never liked you, you know that. Oh God, you're the patsy. What do you want to do about it? And Crown of Madness on the man with the axe, as slowly spikes of broken, shattered mirror glass start making a crown around his head.
You sick fuck.
Wisdom saving throw?
It is a double checking. It's a wisdom saving throw.
10 plus 2 is 12.
Nope.
Incredible.
And I'm going to tell him to, on his next turn, attack the man behind him.
Sick.
Unbelievable. Where are you, Charmed? Charmed? Where'd you go? There we go. Okay.
Still in the 90s.
Bolaire, there's a slight apparition that comes with Crown of Madness. What is your apparition?
Oh, it is a crown of broken mirror shards that are just cutting into and growing out of the lobes of his brain out through his head.
As you step forward, you see the charging axe wielding who hit one of the crossbow bolts into the acolyte here and is now looking for Gus crawling across. You see, as he mutters under his breath, says, "Lay with dogs, get put down like dogs." And then suddenly goes, as the mirrors appear, he whips around to his companions and says, "Oh, Gorin, gonna take the fall? Not this time!" And screams at the top of his lungs as the other assassins look out.
Yes.
Yes. Incredible. Nice. Okay. Amazing. Bolaire, that is your movement and action. Hell yes. Second round, veterans will arrive on the next round.
Yay! Okay.
Back at the top, it is sadly Archduke again. Go ahead if you'd be so kind. Now, the text of Crown of Madness here. Let's take a look, because he has to attack. Does he attack to the best of his ability? Does he attack?
I believe so.
Okay.
It says it must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I choose mentally. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature, or if no creatures are within its reach.
Okay.
The target repeats the save at the end of each of its turn against the spell, in ending the spell on its success.
Gotcha. And this guy's got a -1 save, right? I think you did.
He's got a -1 save.
-1
yes.
save. You did that. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. This assassin will be adding plus 5.
13.
13. You see, wheels around, swings with his sword, and you see him and says, "What are you doing?" As he leaps back. By the way, I will say this. I don't think anyone here speaks it. That "what are you doing" actually sounds more like "Kvarast," as they speak Argozi.
Fuck.
That is going to be...
You missed, though.
A miss, yes. The rest are now going to go.
So did Halevar team up with Argosia? And these are Argosians.
Oh, it can make. If that was the end of its turn, it can make a save.
Themselves
clean.
Making
themselves apart.
At the end of his turn, he makes a save?
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's not the end of his turn yet. He's going to lurch off over in this direction with the Crown of Madness. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, not quite close enough yet. They're going to use move and double to surround Gus.
No!
Oh my gosh.
10, 15, 20,
At least it can't attack.
Okay. Double move in action. You see each of them takes as a bonus action swords out and take a vial off of their belts and splash a nasty, sticky-looking dark brown liquid onto their sword blades.
Damn it.
Okay. Fuck. As they surround King Gus, that is going to be. That's them.
Shit, bugger.
5.
That could have gone better.
Yeah.
Take it for now.
Okay. This knight is going to close in and flank with Azune. That's going to be a hit. Nice. And that's going to be a hit. As he flanks with you, he's going to deal. This assassin is now bloodied as well. As seeing you step into the fray, this Timonish knight looks down and goes, "Cabri!" Looking at the fallen knight next to him, takes out a sword and just against the assassin. That one is now moved to bloodied. These two are going to go as well. This one's going to step.
He blows up. The thunderous energy that he was surrounded in from my booming blade activates.
Go ahead and deal damage.
He is going to take 4 points of thunder damage.
He takes 4 points of thunder damage. Both of these assassins also apply that venom as a bonus action to their blades.
Okay.
One's going to come for Azune.
Okay.
And one is going to come for Bolaire. 2 attacks. That is two 8s for Bolaire. I'm rolling trash over here, gang. Azune, 2 attacks for you with these venom-coated blades. That is going to be a 23 and then a natural 20.
No way.
Wait, against
Azune.
Against me.
Against you.
23 and a natural, they will both hit.
Okay.
I don't have my shield, so my AC is down 2.
I'm going to need a Constitution save from you.
Okay.
Shit.
And it's also a concentration save on that.
Yep.
Con save.
We'll deal with damage in a second.
I don't like any of this.
My con save is 13.
Oh.
Con save is 13. Okay. Okay. You will only take half damage from the poison on the 13.
Okay, good.
But a tremendous, but actually that's the nat 20, so, but you just turned 8 d10 dice into 4 d10 dice.
Whoa! Shit.
Okay, that.
You got your max up by 5.
I do, and it's logged.
Oh,
wow. Roll low.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Tremendous amount of damage incoming, my friend.
Fuck. Yes. Heroic inspiration doesn't work.
Okay. This is just the crit we're rolling for right
here.
Okay. 11, 19, 20.
Fuck.
29.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That is going to be 40 points of damage.
Whoa!
I'm still up.
You're up.
4-0?
40 points of damage. We have to roll the second hit.
But the second hit.
Oh my god.
The second hit. The second hit. The second hit.
You don't have any resistance to poison damage, do you?
I do not.
Okay.
Okay.
The second hit is...
Shit.
You see that dose of poison does not accompany the second hit. It is a one dose thing.
Okay.
The second one is 15 points of damage on this next one.
I drop.
Flaming Sphere is gone.
All right.
Bolaire, you see Azune, boom, hits the deck as this assassin, just a huge dose. This minute the sword touches you, a stinging numbness spreads through your torso and you lose the ability to breathe.
However, the one that attacked Bolaire ended his turn before that, right?
Yep.
So he has to make a dexterity saving throw because at that moment the flaming sphere was still up and he ended his turn adjacent to it.
Okay, sure.
So he takes 7 points of damage if he fails his dex save, and he takes half of that if he succeeds.
He fails. 7 points of damage.
7 points of flaming damage.
Still standing?
Both of these two look very bloody next to you. Azune, you drop. That is the end of our second round.
Yes.
And that's where we're going to go to break.
Little legends in the ether, fates unravel just the same. Corel falls, and when it's over, all that's left will be my name. A million paths aimed at me. Fine, let's make it a fucking opera.
Right here, kiddo. I calculate a 3% chance of victory.
I've got him dead to rights.
I'm not
going anywhere. Don't be scared. You were always going to end up mine.
Hurry up, before the barkeep comes back. I bet there's even better loot down there. There's loads of gold hanging on these walls. Hand from me hand!
A new artist to wield me. Come, for the pen is mightier than the sword.
But you're a brush?
Ugh, please, I'm building mood here. Paint kingdoms into being. Or doom. Honestly, I'm flexible.
It's called a disguise, Q-tip. Look.
Grip me, and let me take control.
Ooh, now I'm getting a semi.
How deeply unfortunate.
Me? Never. Just a distraction.
For blood extraction!
Oh, tastes like not bad.
Growing old together is worth more than getting gold together.
What we've got might not be shiny, but it's priceless.
Since the day you first called on me, I have been preparing you for what now begins. Everyone is in danger.
Let me guess. A vague portent of doom with little to no explanation.
This realm is built on false gods. The old ways must die.
Who the are these people?
The usual. Death cultists, supernatural villains.
Classic Vox Mox. I did not miss the constant peril.
Vox Machina is here. Kill them all!
Ah, crap.
Most problems can be solved by punching.
When they can't?
You kick.
Oh, I could get used to this!
2, 3, 4!
This has been playing out far longer than we knew.
Maybe it's a complete and utter coincidence?
We're not lucky enough for that.
You cannot protect them all.
We're Vox Machina, and we don't run. It's time to up.
What the?
Doc. In the span of 24 hours, you've caused unfathomable amounts of property damage and confronted a lifetime of internalized parental issues.
Welcome to Vox Machina.
Welcome to Weird Kids.
Welcome to Weird Kids. We are live from a ball pit. Can I take your order?
We did skeet shooting except with Molotov cocktails, which was great.
It's the mailbag! Oh my goodness, it's a mail monkey.
Oh.
Okay. What is bologna? Feet and face? I will still eat it.
No.
What lies beyond, they longed to know. The places where the maps don't go. Their quest to learn of time and space devoured them without a trace.
The dawning truth burned like a sun, hypotheses unwound, undone. Through realms unknown, the ship took flight, through ancient ruins, through beams of light.
And now, at last, an endless hall reveals the things that haunt them all. The final journey now begins. To go beyond, we must go within. Unend Season 3 arrives April 8th, 2026.
New episodes available Wednesdays on Beacon, Mids.co, YouTube, and your preferred podcast listening platform.
Hey, critters, it's Laura Bailey here to show you what we've got in the Critical Role shop. Do they take platinum? Kidding, mostly. You know what we say, take a chance, roll the dice. It's comfy, it's cozy, it's perfect for you.
Oh, this is fine. I deserve nice things.
Well, I am definitely adding this to my list. Thank you very much.
Why not pick this up? It looked great on you. This is what real charisma looks like.
I'll take 3. For science, obviously.
You can never have too many dice. Take it from me. All these cool things and so much more. Check it all out at the Critical Role shop.
Welcome to Weird Kids.
Marisha said ball tag. Folks, we're back in the Arcanaut here in Dolmakyar.
Thinks it's gonna break us.
Robbed us of our power.
You deserve to know. And I'll tell you who just got their balls tagged. Our friend Azune and Nayar, who has just has dropped here in the archway a poisoned longsword. A critical hit has just unfolded. And we are going to jump right back to initiative. Our assassins have just gone, and We
are
are
assassins at the top of the initiative order?
Top of the initiative order.
Okay, thank you.
Like a bunch of assholes.
This one who's just crit on Azune no longer has flanking. This knight right here.
Yeah.
2 swings, 2 misses.
No. What good are you? I want your payback.
I want your payback.
He's not one of ours.
Murray, that is going to be your turn.
But we can still take it.
You could do better.
Oh, you goddamn, we're in a tight spot. All right.
We're in a tight spot.
Okay.
Oh, that guy's still charmed.
Here's what I'm going to try to do, Brennan, because I still would like to
Make a save at the end of his
not reveal myself or drop my invisibility. Murray is still behind this pillar, and you said that
fails his save. Oh, sorry. The Crown of Madness is still active. Yes, go for it.
That the sword is right here. Can Murray scurry around this pillar and give a kick of King Gus's sword to King Gus?
That's an object interaction. You can do that and have your action bonus action left. Yeah.
And then what I would like to do, I probably, please tell me, I probably don't have enough action economy to kick his sword and his shield to him, do I?
If you use an action, yes, you can.
Okay. I would like to try and do that. So I kick his sword, I literally shimmy behind this assassin to his shield and kick his shield to him as well.
I'm going to need a difficulty 10 acrobatics check.
Okay. Okay. A difficulty 10 acrobatics check.
What's your acrobatics, Murray?
-1.
-1.
Here's my question. If I choose to use one of my portent rolls, I still roll an add-on. No.
No, you just
substitute. No, I can't do that. Then I can't do that. I don't know why I just thought that. Ignore what I just said. So we're gonna roll.
The sword is on the near side of the assassin, so the sword you can kick over there as your object interaction, no problem.
Okay, but this is for the shield.
This is for the shield.
I'm not great with this.
11.
It's exactly
11 minus 1 is 10. So, an invisible, Murray, I hate to bring this up, but you have remarked on it quite a lot.
I got to take old biddies.
You got to take old biddies. So shimmying against the wall, you suck in your boobies.
Suck it in, Murray.
And squeeze past and are able to, I'll say that you are able to, with your bonus action, shunt the shield over to, so both of them clatter across the ground. Can make some perception checks. The assassin that fired the bolt against the Photarch.
He rolled a 6. Portent.
She rolled a 6. Got it. Cool. You see that she does not. So a clattering sword and shield, as they're just like blood on their sword. They're not noticing shit. The adrenaline's too high. So they just see a clattering sword and shield. Both of them are in Gus's square.
And then just as I'm there, I'm kind of crouched in the corner. And what I want to do, Brennan.
Yeah.
And tell me if all of this is a stretch.
Yeah.
I want to get out my shield glyph cookie.
Yeah.
And just kind of be near Gus with it. Like, can I even almost like nearby, almost taking like a CPR position, like holding this glyph like to his chest if I can? Correct. In case.
We are pulling a Sarah de Grupnin from Calamity when he crushed the glyphs in his kid's hands. Like we're like literally, okay. Give me, this will be your action. You've used a bonus action to hit the shield, and now to slip that shield glyph to him is going to be, I'm going to rule that doing this, you're just putting a glyph on his body, you're invisible, but you're trying to get him to essentially like break it, right?
Like because I'm assuming these guys are gonna come down with swords.
Yeah. In that case, I will allow you to, you can either try to give him it sneakily so that he has it, or I will let you ready an action to potentially do it at the last possible moment so that you're staying like out of harm's way for longer.
I'll do that. I'll do the latter.
Cool.
That's
so
crazy.
you are there with the glyph, ready to use your reaction to jump on him and give him a reaction to use this glyph, right?
Murray, I feel like Frodo when I have the ring on right now, and there's like fucking ring wraiths over me.
You've got your shield glyph at the ready. That is going to be Halandil Fang. That is your turn.
Okay, Halandil, I look like a dark figure, but heart in throat. I'm going to pivot around the Nama and push and press him into the bookshelf.
Okay.
And bonus action, unsettling words. Either thou or I or both must die. -6.
Oh, shit!
As I say, so shall you grieve! Shatter.
Hell yes.
-6 on the save.
That would have been a success, but with that 6 is turned into, we turn a 12, we turn a 14 into an 8.
Sandwich noodles.
15 points again.
15
of thunder damage.
15 points again of thunder damage. Okay. 15 points of thunder damage again.
And that's like 10 feet, so I reverberate the air within the skull of this man, and it just blows, starting in the center of his face, backward into the bookshelf.
Okay. So once again, Shadow, he is bloodied. Two of these spells have fucked him up. He is looking extremely low in hit points. Concentration. No, he doesn't have a -6 to this one. No. So this is you.
He's on the cons.
He's looking for 9 or low. You're looking for a 9 or lower on the die here.
Come on, please.
3! 3! Holy shit! With that second shatter, he is blown back, loses concentration. And you see this druid come out from Dominate Person. And now you are not gonna fucking believe your luck here.
Yeah.
But as you grieve, of course, the second shatter, he loses it. This druid, your initiative was a 15. This druid happened to roll a 12 and comes right in initiative after you.
Wow.
Bolaire should have given us goat masks, because that's what we are.
Unbelievable how. Okay, as you shatter this concentration, Bolaire and Murray, you in the room see that this young druid who looks like a young man, like probably like mid-20s. He has these 2 tattoos of like stag's tines that go. His sides of his head are shaved, and he has tattoos of antlers along the side of his head.
That's cool.
He turns around, comes home, and goes, "My liege!" And you hear the trampling of hooves through the wood. A circle of autumn leaves swirls around him as he drops to the ground.
Let's go.
And removes poison from King Gus.
Yes.
Steps here, removes poison.
Oh my
God. Now, I swear to God, folks at home, I rolled this all fair and square. Do you know who has an 11 initiative? King Augustus Valiant uses half his movement to stand, sword and shield. He stands up. You fucked up! And and is going to immediately roll 3 attacks.
Pissed off Jason Statham, here he comes.
Okay, he kicks this assassin in the chest. She goes flying back 10 feet and lands on the table. Wow. He turns over here, takes his sword, and lobs one of the arms off of the assassin behind him.
What?
Boom! Yes. That is, but that assassin's still up and going.
Okay.
But he,
my God.
That is going to be, that is King Gus. In front of you, this Nama looks, takes a spell glyph, cracks it in half.
Damn it.
I'm going to ask you to roll a d6 for me. Let me know if you roll a 1.
I rolled a 3.
3. He cracks the glyph. This looks like some dangerous, fucked up magic. A door of purple smoke appears behind him, crackling with lightning. He falls back through it and vanishes. Give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Oh, is he Misty stepping away? Is that what's happening?
You don't get an attack of opportunity on that either, do you?
14. If you have Warcaster, you do.
Yes.
That's
14. On a 14, some teleportation is extremely dangerous in Ahriman following the fall of the gods. This is not a full teleport spell.
Short.
It's a short. You actually say shorty shorts are safe. Like a Misty Step is a safe spell. This is probably Dimension Door, and even that on a 1 through 6, something bad would have happened to him.
Okay.
So he's frightened enough that he risks. So he vanishes. That is his turn. Bolaire and Azune, you are sharing an initiative.
Turns out, under new rules, feeding a healing potion to someone 5 feet away from you is a bonus action as well now.
Okay.
They have made that less of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So I am going to take
I think it was that.
pirouette, spin around, cracking the bottle, open it, and just shoving it into your mouth so it starts to drain into you while I turn and face this asshole. And as I spin, I am going just for a straight attack, and he's standing alone, right? There's no one next to him, it's just him.
I'm giggling at?
He's being gross.
Yeah, you're welcome. Like I don't know.
Of course that gets me up.
I heard what I said. And I'm just going to go for a straight stab with the glass sword right into him.
Okay,
right
go for
between the fucking eye. I'll hit what I do. I'm going for it. What is my standard attack? Where are we? There we are. All right. Come on, don't be a dick. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Yes. All right.
And 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah, go for it.
Big money. What?
Actually,
that one's good.
It's good. Well, it's bad, but
the one inside is good.
The one inside is good. 2d4 plus
2.
Plus 2. Great. 7.
Technically, I can use that as a green flame attack, though. It's the same thing, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh shit! So if you don't mind, it doesn't change anything. Just a little.
Yeah,
extra,
it's one action.
Little extra kick. So let's see what happens.
Cool.
That is. Yeah. Okay. That's 10 points. 10 points of normal damage plus.
To the one right in front of you.
To the one right in front of me, and then 1 point of flame damage.
Hell yes. Bolaire, you reach around, flame flickering across your glass rapier, through the eye and out the back of the head. This assassin falls dead to the ground.
Oh, nice.
I let go of the sword, turn towards the rest of what's happening over there. Oh, actually, he's one of ours. And just remanifest a sword as that one shatters.
Hell yes. Assassin falls to the ground. That is your action. Bonus action, Azune, it is your turn. How many hit points have you regained?
You roll. Do you want to roll or should I roll?
The healing?
Yeah.
I just rolled.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
You're good.
I did it.
Well done.
As quickly as my consciousness fades, I pop back up, and I'm gonna stand. I get my full action.
Yes. It's half your movement. You have to use 15 feet of movement. You stand.
And I'm going to. I won't make that mistake again. I am going to use my action to draw my shield.
Okay.
So now I still have. Do I still have my weapon in hand?
You still have your weapon in hand. Yeah.
Okay. So use my action to draw my shield, and then I am going to. I have 7 hit points.
7 hit points.
Don't count. Don't the count. His hit points.
Hold on, let me see what these do.
Conjure Muppet.
So actions. Okay. I'm gonna booming blade that guy.
Go for it. Hell yeah. You're flanking. Yep, advantage.
Great. Excellent. Come on, baby. 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Damn, that was at advantage. Booming blade misses. Whew. I am
rough day, man.
Going to these dice. Oh, you know what? No. I'm gonna desperate measures. 1 failure marked. Give a +5 bonus to a D20 test you just failed.
You're bloodied. Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Desperate measures. Okay, Azune.
Yes.
You are putting everything on the line right now. You're gonna take a death save failure.
Yes.
Overextend yourself.
Yes.
Come on.
And you're gonna add what you add 5 to that test.
I'm gonna add 5 to that test.
20. That is a hit.
Okay. I'm gonna roll my damage. Is gonna be 7 points of damage with my weapon attack.
Okay.
And I am going to push him.
I think if he hits the wall, he takes bonus damage.
Yeah. I would like to have, if it's fine with you, pivoted just towards. So during this attack, I pivoted 5'10", so I can push him away from us, closer to whatever that planetary thingy is.
Cool. Move here. 10 feet back. Bam.
In the diagonal, so he's not adjacent to that other guy yet.
Okay, great. Gotcha. Right here.
Opposite.
Over here.
Yeah, that's over there. Yeah,
great. Perfect.
Good. Okay, cool. And he is wrapped in booming energy. And he's bloodied too. Yeah.
Yes. No, extraordinarily bloodied.
Okay, great. Whatever. That was my action. That was bonus action. And I think that's pretty much all my movement. So that's my turn.
Hell yeah.
You said there were 2 assassins here, but King Gus dropped one of them, correct?
He chopped one of their arms off and kicked another one, but they are all the one with the chopped off arm
is
still committed to finishing this.
Wow.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And now it's kind of hard.
Yeah. Committed.
That's it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my
At
bonus
the
action,
end,
my action.
at the end of your turn.
Thank you.
Rushing towards the doors.
Wow! Look at that.
Rushing towards the doors are the guards. Your guys' guards.
Yes.
Here we go. They begin to bang on the doors as hard as they can.
That guy over there.
Go ahead if you would. Here's Varen right here. Go ahead if you would, Luis, and place them as they join Felonius trying to batter down that door.
Maybe. Can I do this? Probably not, but
I don't
maybe
know.
I can.
I'm sure Felonius at this point just
That
thinks.
guy's concentrating. We know that.
I mean, like, I don't think they're gonna go after.
No, I'm just wondering if Felonius knows about the Photarch's ploy or
in on
not.
it.
I don't
He's
know.
just as unwitting as the attendants.
Roll damage for booming blade if you'd be so kind. Does he make a save against that or no?
No, that is automatic.
Automatic.
If he is moving, come on. 1.
He had. I swear to God, he had 1 hit.
No.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Boom. He thunders forward and collapses to the ground. The assassins at the choke point are no more.
Okay. Whoa, that is lucky.
Okay.
If you have any more movement, spend it now.
I don't.
That's
I need
okay.
half my movement to get up.
That's right. You had to spend half.
And then I pivoted around.
Make an attack roll for this Crown of Madness assassin as he closes with one of his allies.
All right, let's see what happens.
Glorious.
Oh, if he's not standing next to them at the beginning of his turn, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Okay, gotcha.
But he does get a save.
At the end of his turn, right?
At the end of his turn, he has to. Yep.
Copy that.
He's moving around. It's just like it's just chaos as far as I know. But if he's not standing next to somebody for me to hit, then it don't work.
Our assassins are flanking King Gus.
Okay.
I've been there.
This is the moment of truth, gang.
Yeah.
Our druid sees this happening here. Okay. They are each going to make 2 attacks with advantage. Murray, this was the moment that you had readied an action for, correct?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Again, and this is the assassin's making an attack on King Gus.
Yeah.
Yes, right? Yes. Okay. I was reading my sheet. I'm sorry.
Are you going to leap? I will say this: you either have to give me a sleight of hand check to force him to do it, or I will allow you to thinking of how to make him use it. I guess no, he's not poisoned anymore. What would you do in this moment? Would you just toss it to him? Would you try to break it on him?
I would try and break it on him. I think it would be like a full almost CPR kind of move where like she just smashes it and breaks it on him.
You reach forward, thud it against his chest, and boom, I will say, in this instance, he would use it if he could, and you have the spell glyph, so I'm going to allow it. He is shielded. His armor class when he was prone was going to be 13. You got him his shield back, goes to 15. With the shield spell, that's 20.
Whoa.
Oh. I'm going to announce the poison on their blades dissipates on the first hit. They have 2 attacks. So if one of them misses 2 attacks in a row, it means their poison stays, but is not used. That's a big deal.
Okay.
They are rolling with advantage because they are flanking. This is the big moment, okay?
Holy, they're rolling with advantage.
Rolling with advantage.
Yeah, he's down.
But he's got
20 AC.
20 AC.
20 AC.
20 AC while down is insane.
Miss.
Okay. Big money.
Hit.
Oh, okay.
Hit. Miss. That's my 4th roll, I
That's
believe?
your 4th roll.
That was 4.
2 hits, 2 misses.
Yes. 2 hits, 2 misses.
Miss because of the shield.
God damn, he holds well.
Miss because of the shield.
Fuck yeah.
So 2 hits.
Attacks,
2 out of 6
2
attacks.
hits.
Nice.
Hit the shield.
Okay, he
I don't know
fails
what
the...
else happens here? That was satisfying still. Nonetheless.
Eyes on Gus!
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go into the sap, you guys. Those aren't omens.
2. Okay.
Brennan just eats dice.
There's so many dice in his hand right now.
Okay.
It's like limes.
But why?
Poison.
Oh.
Poison blades.
Yep.
Oh, but these are the 2 attacks?
Yeah, the first 2 that attacked.
The same way it hit you.
16, 26.
Yeah.
35. 36.
As long as we get to him with a healing
46.
spell. Or healing blip.
51.
The potion's right next to him.
It's
under
under
the table.
the table. The druid is up, though. The druid's here.
I think we should invent poison.
Gus,
What we're doing.
King Augustus Valiant takes 70 points of damage.
Fuck.
Is bloodied but up.
Whoa!
Bloodied but up.
He's a beast.
According to my calculations, approximately level.
You see, but I just want to point out that, like, had he been poisoned, a lot of that it's a huge. So these swords, bang, 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 as he heaving with blood. He's got the hound's pommel sword in his hand. That is the executioner's turn. Nat 20 on the save to come out of Crown of Madness. Another assassin joins the fray.
7. Can I use portent?
Oh, you want to use 7?
7.
He stays under Crown of Madness. Okay, stays under it. Keeps one more assassin out of the fray. Incredible.
At this point, I think like Murray's still invisible, and she just has like a little trickle of blood. She just quietly. Like if anyone were to notice, you would probably just see a few drips of blood from her nose appearing on the stone beneath her. I hope I didn't just use that poorly.
Unbelievable.
That's great.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Buying
40.
us time. We still need to get the doors open.
Yeah.
Knight rushing through to his king. Murray, that's going to be your turn.
Somebody got to pop the top off that wizard.
Yep.
All right.
Working on it.
Okay. So wait, there's still several of these fucks standing around King Gus, right?
They get another chance to do that, he's done. He's down at least.
Yeah.
Murray is still kind of back against the wall. She's. Where am I?
Shield's gone is the more important.
Yes.
Two hits were negated by that shield.
Louis, do you mind moving hit me behind this assassin up against the wall?
Yep.
Back to the wall? Yeah, that's where. And that's probably kind of where I would have been for all of this action anyway.
Yeah.
Here we go, y'all.
Yep.
Here we go.
Got this.
Murray takes out her dagger. She's gonna cast True Strike right on this assassin's throat, right in front of her. She takes the dagger and she's gonna try and slit his throat, dropping her invisibility. But we're in it now. We're in it.
Let's go.
We're in it. He's the guy that took a major hit too, I think, right?
Yes, he's the guy who got his arm.
Missing an arm.
Missing an arm.
It's a natural 19.
Oh, hell yes.
Plus 7, so it's gonna be 26 to hit.
Well done. 26 to hit is a hit.
You're a fucking Why you did that? That's not him.
The fact that you look down is
Ooh, fuck. 8 damage.
Great.
To try and go for this guy.
Yes.
The armless guy.
This guy's looking on death's door, looking very close to being dead. As the dagger goes across, any bonus actions from Murray?
She's not really a bonus action girly.
You got it.
But I will, if I move away from him, I'll probably get an attack of opportunity, won't I?
Yeah.
I'm staying base to base with the assassin, I guess.
Hell yeah.
It gives advantage to Gus.
That's true, right?
It
Be
does.
flanking with
It
Gus.
does. Yes, he's flanking. Okay.
All right, and Murray is in the room.
Murray, Hal, that is going to be your turn. Come on, baby.
So this guy just rocketed away out of my sight. The room is a shambles. Am I able to hear any calamity happening anywhere in the building?
Party is
where I am?
in chaos outside.
Party's in chaos. Okay, so I'm so far away. I think all I really can do is the illusion of this like dark enforcer with the Azure mask is still up. So I'm just going to get as far towards I'll run out into the crowd and try to quickly assess as I go what's going on. And I will I think I'm gonna have to use movement, action, and my orc trait, adrenaline.
Yeah.
To do a full 90 feet.
Cool. Hell yeah. 90 feet, you're just sprinting for this chamber here,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Going as fast as you can, sprinting through the party. You see chaos, commotion everywhere. People are shouting. As you rush through, that's gonna be... Okay.
Way better.
Okay. What would he do? Druid moves next to the king and is going to cast Cure Wounds.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You see he lays a hand on King Gus, cures him for some injury. Gus is going to see you appear behind him and attack one of the assassins. Just turns and goes, good on you.
I'm with you.
With advantage. Miss, sadly. Hit. That's a nat 20. With the advantage, you see that he looks at you, sees your size and solid build, and just shoulder checks the dude to tabletop him over you, and brings the longsword through the rib cage, kills the assassin. That assassin is no more.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's King Gus. Azune and Bolaire.
Okay. You went first last time.
I'm fine either way. But since, I'll start. So we both see this invisible fuck.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna take my 30 feet, just walking straight into the room.
Gotcha.
I'm 10, 15, walking 20, with great confidence.
Great, 30 feet.
And then I'm going to throw not even making eye contact, which is weird for me anyway, because it's hard to tell where I look. I'm just going to cast and throw a Mind Sliver right at that man with invisibility, straight into him.
Hell yeah, go for it. What is the save on Mind Sliver?
He'll probably save, but just in case, it's an Intelligence 14 save.
He does not save.
So, target's deceiver, take 1d6 psychic plus. Where's my 1d4 for that? That's 2 psychic damage, but also he also has to take a -1 to his next saving throw. Whatever the fuck, I don't even give a fuck.
How much damage was that? Sorry.
2.
2 damage. Okay.
And then a -1 to his next saving throw.
Copy that.
I hate that. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
It's rough, buddy.
Well, he does have to make a concentration check.
Yep. With a -1 to it.
With a -1 to it,
yeah.
So he will need. He needs 11 or higher.
Okay, I can take that. I'll take that on.
Nat 1, baby!
Wow,
Oh my god!
Nice. That spike of glass goes right, just boom.
All 3 doors reverberate and smash open as the spell ends. And you see that spellcaster look horrified out at everybody.
We're saving the king, gentlemen. Get on it.
Yes. Unbelievable, Bolaire. Great. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We are all monsters.
I love it. I fucking love it. There we go.
This fight is crazy.
This fight is crazy. Azune, that is going to be your turn.
Okay.
What?
No.
He, so see invisibility persists even though I dropped unconscious.
Yes.
It didn't drop. According to what I just searched. So is he still invisible though? Or did he drop his invisibility with what just happened?
His invisibility is still active. You believe it might probably a potion or a spell glyph.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, because with the spell glyph we've learned, you don't have to maintain concentration on the thing that you do.
Yeah.
Spell glyph. Cool, so I'm going to, there's a lot happening over here. People are about to come in. I'm going to double move.
Cool.
Towards
5, 10, 15, 20.
This direction,
25,
towards
30,
the king.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right here?
Yes.
Great.
And I'm going to, with my bonus action. Oh, that guy is right next to me. I don't like being next to him. I'd like to move around.
It's got that crowd.
Instead of moving straight here, I'm gonna move around this way and kind of be on the same plane as Bolaire, please. Because that guy.
Oh, you want to be? You want to
be across on that on the other side of these rows of tables.
Great.
And I have to play it safe. Double move, bonus action, chugging a potion, my healing potion.
Hell yeah, go for it.
So I'm gonna. That's 2d4 plus.
I don't need.
Well, it's a 2d4 plus.
My damage doesn't create.
Healing potion, healing potion, healing potion, healing potion. Great, that's my turn. I heal for 5 plus whatever the modifier is, but I'll find right now. For the healing potion.
Hell yes. Okay. Okay. After your turn, our friend here's been holding concentration. Is going to
shoot a nail off with nerves.
Looking out at this very dynamic field, the doors have all flung open. This is very, very bad.
Including these doors as well in front of.
Yeah, those ones, all 3 are open. Okay.
Oh, good. That's gonna be my next spell.
Okay.
Not a great idea.
Okay.
With the doors open like that, you see, this spellcaster right here, invisibility not based on concentration. The doors fly open, and that caster that was having some kind of telekinesis is going to reach over with a hand, staying invisible, and grabs, holding a hand at King Gus. Reaches out and yanks him back with a telekinetic shove. Gus is knocked prone on this table right here in the center, as far away from the other guards as possible. And Gus takes a not large amount of damage, but he's low enough that he is under a quarter of his hit points.
Okay.
Okay. Veterans are gonna go. These guys charge into a blocked doorway. Do me a favor, Azune, and just roll 4d20 for me.
4d20. Okay.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. A 10, an 8, a 4, and a 1.
Gotcha.
We're having a bad day over here.
We are. What happened?
Okay.
Somebody else touched my dice.
Oh
no. Now it's your curse.
Yeah, I know. There you go. You got both now.
Yep.
Shit. Send them back to me after my turn.
Actually, you know what?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to take that back.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a different thing that makes more sense for him to do here. My apologies. Gus is back in the ring over here. As these guys charge in, he casts Dispel Magic on this executioner.
Okay. I didn't.
Okay.
Dispel Magic on the executioner. With that, these guys are going to rush in here. Surrounding you.
They know me.
These guards are going to rush in and flank the assassins over here.
These guys over here?
Yeah, go ahead and give me another 4d20 rolls.
My mask has got the mark, so.
Crap.
Unless something's real weird. Hey!
Oh my god.
Let me know if they're 12s or higher.
12. 1 12.
Okay.
Everything else is below, and another 1.
Damn.
12, 4, 3, 1.
Okay.
What are you doing to me?
Rushing forward, you see that your soldiers rush in. There's just a stone hall filled with the clanging of metal as they rush in. Varen rushes in and at the front of this sort of legion, looks at you charging in and goes, Azune, what's the mission? And hears you shouting, we're here to defend the king. As he shouts Azune, I need Murray, Bolaire, and you to roll insight. And Azune, I want you to roll with advantage.
Oh god, I know this is.
I want insight.
It's that guy.
Ugh, God, why? What is happening?
Ooh, that's a good roll. A 21 for me.
Thank God.
14 for Murray.
8.
What we get? 14. What was that?
14.
14. What we get here?
8.
What'd you get here?
21.
Azune, the assassin that was kicked onto the table by King Gus, on a 21, you said?
Yes.
As Varen shouts at you, whips to look at you through a full helm, just looks directly at you, sword out. It is the top of the next round. Executioners go, or assassins go. The executioner turns to see Azune and is going to bound across the room, saying, "You should stay down, guardsman." Sprinting across the room, this assassin leaves King Gus and leaps in the way as he reaches out with his unused poison sword and is going to strike, going for you and hitting the other assassin as they jump in the way.
Wait.
What? What? Okay.
Is he?
That is a, the executioner hits.
My Crown of Madness is gone.
It's gone. They're all acting out of their own free will.
It is possible. Let me see here. Okay. Con save. Hold on 1 second.
Of course.
Shit's getting weird.
I am just going to. I'm going to roll this. I'm going to roll this in front of.
Disguised.
I'm going to roll this in front of the board. 30 damage will drop that assassin that has just jumped in there.
That is, assassin is basically being a meat shield for me?
Being a meat shield for you.
What?
We're going to roll.
Somebody's
Rolling for 30. 16. 25. Oh,
yes.
That assassin rushes using their whole turn, leaps in front, and this catches the dose of the poison as the assassin whips around right next to you, having jumped in the way of you and this other assassin. And you see a pair of sunset eyes looking out of the helm at you. No. She drops.
Oh no.
To the ground.
Is it just like
family?
Yeah. The helm clatters off of her. And you see Mayali Nayar, your sister, fall to the ground.
Is she dead? Do I know?
You can make a medicine check on your turn to determine.
Okay.
Yes. What I will say here is she has just gone prone, and this executioner has a second attack.
Oh no.
2 natural 4s. As he clangs down, thudding into the stone.
Oh my god.
That is going to be... There's but a single assassin left with Gus right here, no longer has advantage, but making 2 attacks. Bonus action, applies another dose of poison.
Oh, dude. No shield.
Oh, shield's gone?
Yeah,
no
it's
shield.
It's a 1 and
for
9.
him? Yes.
15 armor class. I'll roll the first die out here in the open. It's the first attack. 8 is a miss. Whew. Second attack.
God, I'm having a heart attack.
11 plus 5 is a 15. Gus uses a reaction to use the parry ability, adding 2 to his armor class for a 17. Turns a hit into a miss as he shield up.
I went off this roller coaster.
Timonish Knight is going to sprint the rest of the way to his king. Leaping into the fray. That is going to be Murray. That is your turn.
Okay, who's in front of me? Who's bad?
You have 1 assassin left in front of you who is fighting King Gus.
And he's looking rough?
King Gus is 1 hit away from dropping, and there is a world based on his initiative order where if he gets dropped on the first hit and double death save failed on the second, that he would roll and die on his turn. So he's still a turn away from death.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna look that up.
With the trickle of blood still kind of dripping from Murray's nose, she's going to tap into that fabric of reality yet again as she takes her fingernail quill and rips it across, and she's going to kind of take it and run it right across the brim of her hat as she is looking at this assassin across from her, and she's going to cast Musical Migraine. So he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
My spell save is 15.
Fail.
Okay, he takes 3d6 thunder damage, and he is incapacitated.
Ooh, incapacitated is so
incapacitated.
bad.
So he takes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 thunder damage. As Murray runs her finger across the brim of her hat, and you almost see it mirrored in this assassin as that sonic line almost scrapes and slices right across his forehead.
Amazing. King Gus, with this assassin incapacitated, there is no active enemy within range of King Gus.
And then I don't like it here. Well, I'm not base to base with anybody, right?
No.
I'm just gonna kind of, I know that there's still spell slingers on the board. I'm just gonna kind of shimmy myself behind this pillar, if you don't mind moving.
I got you.
You can take off that invisibility ring too, because that's
Cardi anymore.
And I'm just gonna kind of hide myself behind this pillar to be a little bit out of line of sight.
Great.
Back here?
Hiding behind the pillar, you're out of line of sight? Hell yes.
Yes, still want to be in line of sight with Gus, but not this spell slinger over here. Good. Yep. That's fine, yeah.
That's be fun.
Hal, you are about 80 feet from that front doorway right now. It is
but
your
there's
turn.
like a whole pack of people, including Thelonious and the 2 gigantic dogs there.
Yes, there are.
Are Thelonious and the dogs like facing inward or facing out as they appear?
They're facing inward. They were trying to open the door.
And the door has exploded open in front of them.
Yes, correct.
Man. And I'm 80 feet away?
80 feet away.
All right, I have a clarification question. Way earlier when I first threw up the disguise that I'm wearing, I had said, like, if I need to, I'll use my orcish adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
But you didn't say if I needed it or not. So if I still have it, I'll use it. If not, I will not.
I'll allow you to use it this round to close distance.
Okay, so I have 2 of them. One was spent to get as far as I have. I will use the second, but I'm out of gas just to get in the room. I would hit these guys around like the 70 feet mark, so I can make it into the room if I can get through that crowd.
I believe you can. As you get through the crowd, Hal, you push forward into this chamber here. Give me an insight check.
Okay, but that's my action, bonus action movement are all blown. I can't do anything except perceive. It's a 2 that I rolled. It's so for a total of 6.
Total of 6. Dead sprint, huffing and puffing into the room. You just sprinted across the Arcanaut at top speed and are in here watching absolute chaos.
And I'm also not recognizable to anyone unless someone is like confused by my appearance and tries to discern who or what I am.
Hell yeah. You see Gus whips around to his druid and goes, "The hounds!" Druid moves over here and is going to remove poison from Martin, Hound of the King.
Yes.
Come on, Martin.
Incredible. Gus is going to. That guy's incapacitated. Looks up at the musical migraine. Sees you duck around the column, winks, and just plants himself. Both drop shield for a second to grab the sword and boom, plunges it through the stomach of that remaining assassin.
Murray, especially after he winks, just kind of gives a little like.
Incredible. Thelonious rushes inside over the body of the Photarch. Mother! Martin looks forward here. I know his friend's in trouble. Martin goes, "Honorless fiends!" and leaps over and bites the throat out of that assassin, finishing him off.
Yes! Come on, Martin!
Seeing Gus completely unsurrounded by active assassins, this dude here, Tal, roll a d6 for me. This spellcaster hits a glyph and vanishes.
Yeah, you better run. That certainly makes me decide what I'm going to be doing.
Okay. That is going to be Bolaire and Azune.
You want to go first, or
you go first?
Okay, because I'm going to be eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
That guy disappeared. I can go first if you want me to.
Only assassin active in the room is the executioner up on the table.
Over your sister. Yeah. Okay, I can. Let me try and do a thing first. I'm going to try Phantasmal Force. I'm going to try Phantasmal Force on this motherfucker.
Go for it.
That's a Intelligence 14 save.
That is a failure.
Oh God. The king's escaping. The king's escaping, drawing a crossbow and aiming it at him.
I don't know.
The king has crawled away
Mm-hmm.
and is about to take a shot at the assassin. Better do something about that.
Incredible.
In fact, the king, oh no, is right there.
Right there? Okay.
In fact, yeah.
Mm-hmm. King is right there? Okay.
Yeah, and definitely crawling away and is about to make a ranged attack against our assassin.
Hell yeah. Awesome. He is fully charmed. You've been playing tricks on this dude's mind the whole fight.
That's what you get for being an idiot and don't walk into a museum if you're a schmuck.
Azune, that's you.
And I'm also I'm going to be starting to move a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
Joining Azune here.
Yeah, joining Azune there.
Great.
I see this guy he's wielding an axe, right?
Wielding an axe, but you see that you see his mind, and he turns. Thank you so much.
I literally.
But Bolaire comes to your side, and you spell goes off. Azune, that is your turn.
For you.
Hold.
For what? For what?
If he makes a strike, then kill. Hold.
I then.
Does it look like he's about to turn, or does it look like
you feel the spell take hold on the assassin?
I'm going to.
Or get your sister out of there.
I'm going to interpose. My sister's fallen unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move next to her so that I can, if I need to, try to interpose myself between her and him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go down on one knee, and I'm going to touch her. I'm gonna hold her hand. I'm gonna go for her hand.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, "Don't leave me." And I am going to lay on hands.
Fuck yes, good call. Good call.
My eyes start to glow. It looks like the sun almost sets and then rises again in my eyes. And it feels like a heartbeat as energy timed with the beating of my heart moves from my chest, down my arm, into my hand, and into hers. Giving her, I'd give her everything I have. I have up to 5 hit points that I can give her, and I know I wouldn't waste. I would give it all.
Having avoided the axe stroke from the executioner, energy flows through your hand. Those beautiful sunset eyes open. Her helm is rolled off. Whatever she's done in life, they trusted her with that spell bolt in the crossbow, the one that fired at the Photarch. You look up, she looks gaunt. Her eyes flutter open. Long, dark red hair. Braided, flowing back from her, she opens up. The muscles of her face have atrophied from a life you have not been party to and cannot imagine. She looks withered, not of body, but of something more profound. As she looks up at you, she is experiencing no small amount of pain from the sword blow that just was knit shut to prevent her from succumbing to that wound. You've staunched the bleeding, but she's also feeling pain in her face as muscles that have not moved in many years crease into a smile. She looks up and goes, I remember. You hear ghostly Varen's voice saying, "Keep one alive! Keep one alive!
Keep this one alive!"
It is the top of the next round, and I need you to roll a d6.
6.
Ooh. She looks at you and says,
I don't know that I'll ever know a moment this happy again.
No.
My little brother.
No, anymore.
Crack breaks a dimension door rune and vanishes.
What the fuck?
That was my bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
If I still have the opportunity to take my action, Bolaire, you see that I'm about to lose my shit, and I'm about to strike at that man that you...
I may step right in front of you.
I lunge forward.
If I can, I know that's a difficult thing. Actually, yeah, because I didn't take my whole movement. Shit. I don't know how. Yeah, that might be my.
I'll allow you to step in front.
I'm not a thing. I'm a person.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
I'm going to use my reaction for command.
Okay.
Calm. Make a
wisdom save.
Make a wisdom save.
Can I choose to fail?
Yeah. Choose to fail.
It's just one good breath. That's all it is. It may go away after.
You see your sister's blood dripping off that weapon, but Bolaire's voice resonates within you. This is the only living assassin in the room. And you see Varen point at him. As you succumb, do you use your action to strike or no?
I don't. I feel I've left my shield on the ground. I raise my warhammer towards this man, and I say, "Arrest him!"
As you call that out, Varen points, and your magpies begin to flood into the room.
What's he gonna do?
He, on his turn, is going to rush over here.
Yep.
And you see he takes. You see that Felonius, holding his mother's body, imposes himself, and this guy lashes out with his axe and thuds it into Felonius's side. We are going to. This is going to be our last round of combat. Everything has unfolded in this wild way. That is the last assassin to go. That Timonish Knight is going to rush over here, and
this is on me, I suppose.
Timonish Knight knocks this guy prone. Knocks the assassin prone. You see that. Murray, that is your turn. You see Felonius, having just been injured, says, "I'll kill him!" And is raising his weapon to attempt to finish off the assassin.
Felonius?
Felonius.
Him you can hit.
Can I try very quickly to get a sense of if Felonius is in on this ruse and what the fuck is going on with the Photarch?
Give me insight.
Because he could be trying to get rid of the last bit of evidence on scene.
Yes.
100%. I think that's exactly what he's doing. I think he's in on it. I'm gonna guess he's in on it. Okay. Come on, baby. That's good. That's a natural 18 for 19 insight.
Felonius's rage is manufactured.
This bitch.
Bad actors everywhere.
Action from Murray or bonus action.
Hold person on Felonius.
Woo! Yes. Okay. This is probably our last crucial roll of the combat.
I have no portents left. No portents.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, hold on. Let me think of something. Let me, hold on. I want to check something. I have a thing. I think I have a thing. I just have to make sure that I understand the rules. He's gonna roll that motherfucker at disadvantage. I'm gonna use a luck point against him.
Okay. Yep. Your difficulty is 14, correct?
15.
15. Okay. So he is going to succeed on a 7 or higher.
Oh,
roll in front of the board.
I can't. It doesn't work that way.
I can.
You can?
I have luck points, right?
It's disadvantage when a creature rolls a d20 for an attack roll against you. I can spend a luck point to impose disadvantage.
Okay. Yep. You are looking for, so we're going to roll a single die.
You're right. You're right.
Give me that back.
You're right.
You're looking for a 6 or lower here.
Here we go.
Here we go. Hold on. 6 or lower.
Yeah, this is on me.
Come on.
17.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
Spell goes off. Boom. Felonius resists it. Murray, that's That's you.
Yep.
Hal, it is going to be your turn.
So Murray's visible, and I saw you casting at Felonius.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sense of what's going on. Oh my God. I mean, what would I do? The Photarch is at my feet. He's raging.
Yes, Felonius is raging. He's about to kill that assassin. I don't think.
The evidence.
Give me perception 15. Actually, I don't think anyone saw Murray casting that whole person. You're hiding behind a column. It's chaos in here.
Perception 15. You said.
Yeah.
It's 17.
Cool. You notice Murray cast a spell eyeing Felonius, but most other people don't notice it.
So you were trying to hold him.
I'm trying to get him to stop
what he's about to do.
What he's about to do.
Right.
Have I noticed that this is all going tits up, or no?
Yes.
We can see that.
You can see that Varen and Azune are both calling for his arrest, and Felonius is saying, "I'm going to kill him."
Do I have a way of dropping? I can't drop the spell except on my turn.
You can drop it.
I'm dropping Phantasmal because
Okay.
now I see this is a clusterfuck. I do not know what the fuck. I mean, I thought I knew what was going on.
Man? So the guy that he's trying to kill, what's his state?
He's prone.
But that's it. He's awake. He's
Photarch?
Yeah, the assassin?
Yes.
The assassin is awake and injured, but yeah.
So I have as much time to figure this out as I would have Hal running in the room.
Probably has a look on their face at the moment.
Good. It could be good. Keeps them
Mhm.
if they are trying to hide the evidence here.
Yeah. I mean, her getting away is so that she can survive.
So, and
I know.
This is Felonius. We'll
find out.
Yep.
But he's like here or something?
Yeah. Yep, that's Felonius. He's there.
I'll tell you. I have an idea.
Okay.
I think looking at the battlefield here, I'll also give you the social reality. You just saw Murray do that. Gus is looking like he is mostly like coming down from the adrenaline and is being tended to because he's very close to death and they don't know if there's other enemies outside. So he's not in the arrest him mindset right now. He's like, go save my other hound. Where's Car Brady? Like thinking about like his people in the room. So he's not focused on the madness happening on the other side of the banquet tables. All of your guys' guards for the party are focused on, we've got to arrest this guy. Like we're coming in here to arrest this guy. And then Felonius looks like he's going to drop this axe on this dude. So that's your reality right now.
I think what I'm going to do then is bonus action. You'll hear possibly a familiar voice. I'm still masking it, but I'll say Azune, and a familiar tickling of the back of your brainstem hits, and you get Bardic Inspiration.
Oh.
And then as an action, I can give the help action, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm going to do that for the assassin.
Okay.
And just interpose.
Okay, great.
That's how I'll help, is I'll draw Liar's Blade, which is also disguised at this point.
Yeah.
And stand over the assassin, I guess?
Yeah. You leap on the table, stand over the assassin to prevent Felonius from striking.
Yes.
You're still disguised. You've given Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
Hell yes. Following you see our druid is again ministering to the king and healing him. Felonius is going to take an attack at disadvantage because you're giving the help action to that assassin.
probably just looking like one of the many guards streaming into the room.
Yeah. Streaming into the room. Okay, Felonius is going to take attacks with disadvantage. He hits on a 9 or higher and is going to make 2 attacks.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
disadvantage.
Come on, please.
9, that's a hit. 10 is a hit.
Shit. Shit.
That's gonna be ugly.
I had no control for Thelonious, and I wasn't going to take him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be very upset when I find out what's actually happening
To
here.
be fair, Murray knows.
You're the
Murray
only
knows.
one who knows.
So, like, even if he gets away, but it's going to be my word against literally everybody else's.
We can work on that. But
Hal, you interpose. Felonius raises the axe, and there is a blast of wind and light, and you are buffeted back by the pure divine presence. His tattoos of filament, the light radiate. Says, "In the name of the holy light, I lay low all enemies of the creed!" And beheads the assassin in front of you. The light fills the chamber. The guards rush in, Varen looking at the last of the assassins to die, Gus heaving and panting. And you see Felonius says, "Is the king all right? Mother!" Light fills the chamber. Yanessa's body rises from the ground. Light cascades into her chest.
Bullshit!
Party goers flood into the doors. All of the guests who have rushed to see the commotion.
What in the Messiah shit is this?
And they watch the resurrection of Yanessa Halifar.
Fuck off!
That's the end of this episode.
Oh my god!
Critical
So
role.
angry.
Oh,
Fuck! Oh god!
But Gus lived.
Everyone's
Gus
doing
lives.
just a miracle, and Murray's gonna be like, No one's gonna believe her.
Classic academic. Everybody saw something and you know that's not what they saw.
Fuck.
Well, folks,
We got full knives down
what
here.
a combat. And let me tell you, folks, is it Thursday yet?
I hate everything.
You crushed. You saved King Gus.
We did. We saved King Gus. That was very good.
It was very good to save King Gus.
I don't feel the satisfaction that I feel like I should feel.
No, I'm not. That was my secondary. That was my secondary